but still kind of on those themes. And I mean, Spielberg's done this, Close Encounter of the Third Kind, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's also, I mean, E.T. So this guy, this guy has it for the alien thing.
M. Night Shyamalan with Signs.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. Either you are or you aren't. And it's kind of weird, though. It seems like the more they release of it, the more people are kind of, oh, okay. They're really not that impressed. But did you see the numbers to the Pentagon website?
No.
After they released the data on Friday?
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
I think it broke a record. I want to double check. But I heard today that it was an absolute record of how many people visited the website in 12 hours. In the first 12 hours, these files were available. How many people do you think logged on to the Pentagon website to download or peruse the files?
You go first, Jack.
10 million.
Oh, I'm going to go 25 million.
340 million people.
Oh, that was a cute guess.
Is that the population of the
Yeah.
country?
But I mean, obviously not limited to the states, of course.
True.
But, 340 million people in the first 12 hours.
Whoa.
To talk about. So this is a real subject for a lot of people. And, back in the day, if you even mentioned this, I mean, people would just kind of look at you like a kook, It was in that same Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster kind of.
Just the way the government wanted it
kind
to
of
be.
realm. But now not so much.
Right?
I mean, now you have some really interesting, and what's funny, but even the government, really, they're their own victims here. And I'll tell you why. When they first started releasing this stuff, and they changed the names 100 times. Now it's like UAPs, right? Unidentified
Aerial phenomena.
Right, there you go. So we don't know what it is, but we're not saying it's an extraterrestrial vehicle. We just don't know what it is. I find it interesting that the more that they release, the less people seem to. It's almost like, oh, we wanted you to keep it from us. It's almost like that. It feels like that. It doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same provenance as it had before.
Yeah, so it's a little anticlimactic. The reveal but that was by design. Well, there's a theory.
There we go. You got to be very careful.
That this is by design, that they were going to slowly leak out stuff over the years, whether it's in entertainment, this and that, to warm you up to the idea. So when they do finally release all the information and that, there's proof, everyone's like, pretty much suspected it.
Yeah.
Plus, I think
you're just confirming what we thought.
Yeah, and then it's not shocking because there was a part of the theory is if people just found out, there's intelligent life out there and obviously more intelligent than us because they can travel here, this and that, people would lose it. They'd stop paying their bills, mass suicide, you name it.
Yeah, religion would fail.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that I think part of it is because the government can't control the narrative like they could back in the 40s with the Roswell crash. Now everybody has miniature computers in their hands. So you can be somewhere and see something anomalous and be able to record it. And it's not so easy to direct the directive. You can't control the narrative the way that they had been for decades. But it makes sense that they would make you be perceived as kooky.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, what government wouldn't? Those are secrets you could apply to your military first before anyone else. Of course you want the population to feel like they're a little, one French fry short of a Happy Meal.
The heat on this in the 70s was so big, the government or the Hollywood actually made a TV show called, I think it's Project Bluebird, was the TV show. And the whole TV show was like an X-Files kind of thing with these two detectives. And their whole idea was to investigate their own government, for covering up UFO files. And everybody, the instant they came out, and I even remember this as a kid, everybody immediately thought the show was like a cover-up machine. Like Hollywood and the government were colluding to create a show to kind of throw off the scent. But the problem is you have too many super intelligent, capable, qualified people who are willing now to go on the record. Before they would not. Military people specifically would not go on the record, and now they have no problem at all.
Yeah.
And some of the recordings from some of the pilots as they're seeing the maneuvers, to me, that is the most convincing thing of everything that you can see or hear. It's the most credible people out there who have done this as much as anybody on planet Earth.
You mean some kid in his mom's basement isn't this credible?
Yeah, can't figure it out. I mean, they can't figure it out. And we've had some good spooks. Actually, one of the best hoaxes of all time happened right here in Florida. Have you ever seen the up in the Panhandle. There was a guy up in the Panhandle in one of those areas. I want to say it's like
Gulf Breeze?
Like Gulf Breeze. That's exactly it. Yeah. The Gulf Breeze photographs. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah, like at one point that was like a standard for like UFO people. I mean, because the shots were so incredible. They were like too good. But they were also so good that you couldn't go, and like this guy's yelling at it, like, leave me alone, UFO. And after this guy dies, they are emptying his house, and they go up in the attic, and they find all of the little models he was using to do the shots.
Oh.
And then the number one thing is said after that. After you tell that story, they go, so they say.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So they say.
Because what do they have to do? They have to discredit him. They have to keep people guessing.
Right.
So they do that. So it's like, oh, can't believe him. Or can you?
Yeah.
And so they just draw it out a little longer.
It's so good.
Texter said that's called predictive programming.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. You're getting the people ready for it. And then he uses the example like The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, wow.
Which is scary.
Yeah. Horrifying.
Yeah. By the way, the Jim Colbert Show right now is live on YouTube. They changed some settings. We changed them back, and we are there live. Just search realradio.fm/watch, and you can see our bright, shining faces.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. When we get back, I'm going to talk about the baby name thing real quick. We have Emily coming in at 4:20 for movie reviews, but I wanted to ask, I don't think this is even like a real like out there theory, but I do want to ask about the baby name thing when we get back.
35 years of weird. The Orlando Fringe Festival, May 12th through the 25th. All the info at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident on I-4 eastbound. Right now, the off-ramp to World Drive is partially blocked. That right lane there blocked because of that crash. Stop and go on I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. Also, another accident blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound at 536. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite Alert. Termite swarms are active in your area and can cause serious damage. Trust Florida Pest Control. Florida's termite expert since 1949. The only bugs they can control are litter bugs. Book a free inspection at flapest.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty uses their multi-million-dollar marketing system to get your home sold quickly and for top dollar. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickleyGroup.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Ever wish you could go to a funeral but not know the deceased? Have you been at a memorial service and thought, I wish these songs were more fun? Ever gone to a celebration of life and wondered, why aren't there more jokes? Well, you'll get all of this at Against Her Wishes, a one-woman dark comedy featuring me, Emily Fontano. Come to the celebration of life, funeral, and memorial service for my mother, Janet, who never wanted any of this. Kicking off at the 35th Orlando International Fringe Festival in Lock Haven Park. For tickets and more information, go to againstherwishes.com. That's againstherwishes.com. Brought to you in part by Dobbs Funeral Home. We'll see you there.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware. Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey folks, having been in aerospace since 1986, I gotta tell you, you guys have no idea some of the things that are being done, avionics, aeronautics, some of the things that we're coming up with. Just like the stealth was a big surprise when it came out. There's stuff that's being worked on that you're gonna be really surprised about in the future. That's where I have to leave it.
Yeah.
What's up, crew? Long time talkbacker, first time listener.
Thanks, buddy.
Anybody ever see the Starlink satellites as they go overhead in a line?
Oh, yeah.
Seeing 8, 10, 12 of those satellites all in a row, one dot after another.
It's cool.
Kind of Red Dawnish. It was a little scary the first time.
The next question is, how many of those 300 million people got secondary files downloaded after looking at the files that are from the government? Because if you give them something and then that many people go download it, they might get access to all your computers now.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Deposit is your 4 o'clock keyword, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Deposit, guys, that is your 4 o'clock keyword. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Remember, if you're playing the game, guys, phone on, phone up, and keep it near you, and you got to answer it when it rings, regardless of what you see on the screen, because that's how they tell you you've won.
Yep.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
You.
I may have made a mistake on scheduling for today for Emily, or maybe I have the wrong person. Okay, I just made the weirdest mistake. Because when we first started contacting Emily to get the movie review,
yes,
I put her name in the wrong area, so I just text somebody else about her movie review. Yeah, so that happens.
Good news is I followed up. I texted Emily today, and she is coming in for 420.
I texted the wrong person. I said, when you get here, just text us, let us know. She goes, I'm supposed to be here Thursday. It's Chloe. She's coming in, and I just didn't program her name in yet, and I just had a small heart attack when I was giving out the keyword for the 4 o'clock hour.
I like how you refer to entering someone's name in your contacts as programming.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're programming your phone, Jack. Come on.
All right, the most Jim thing.
Jim's writing code over there.
Yeah, exactly right. I got to get my AI bot on it, my agent. So let me ask you guys about that. So I looked at the baby name thing today, right? So I had pulled that to talk about a little bit today, but it wasn't because of the no. It wasn't because of the names, because you didn't ruin the topic by any means, because it has nothing to do with the names. That list, and when I say hasn't changed, with the exception of like one name dropping out, like that Ava dropped out. I mean, it's been the same list for almost a decade now. Like those names have been very, what did you say, since 16, 17, something like that?
Yeah, for like 7 years in a row.
So it's almost, I mean, it's been a long time. And I mean, those same exact names have been on that list. Let me ask you guys, when did culture start choosing baby names instead of family heritage and or influences from people around family? Because baby names, I mean, how are you named? Like, what are you named after? Somebody, Jack?
Me? Yeah, I'm named after my grandfather.
Your grandfather?
Yeah. His name was John, but he was known as Jack.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. And who are you named after?
I'm named after the actress Deborah Carr.
Are you really?
And my brother is named after Kirk Douglas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm named after my dad. I'm just the third in a row of 3 James Colberts, right? So it was my grandfather was a senior, my dad's junior, and I was the third, right?
Now, did they have different middle names, or did they share your middle name as well?
Oof, I think we all have the same exact name except for junior, third, and senior.
Wow.
And I know that because I used to get my grandfather's like business deals and stuff sitting in my house.
My answer to your original question is going to be the 70s, where it really started to take hold of naming people after basically celebrities or people in culture, where just I think became, after the 70s, we were more kind of leaning into entertainment. Television started growing. I think that's where people started kind of diverting away from a new generation following World War II. They just started naming their babies, after things they were seeing as opposed to looking back.
So the reason I ask is because I think that, when you talk about culture in the day, pre-television, pre-movies, like I say pre-movies, that's a long time ago. Yeah. It would, it would be family. It would be presidents, maybe. Would lead you to, to name your kid after
a lot. That's a huge one.
Yeah, after presidents, after
Bible,
after dignitaries and Bibles and stuff like that. But it is kind of weird. I wonder if we went back to this list all the way back into like the 50s, if we could see when culture changed and baby names started reflecting what people were seeing on TV. Because my sister is named after a cartoon character.
Really?
A Disney cartoon character, yes, because that's what my mom was watching in the delivery room, and they couldn't come up with a name idea. And while they were watching this movie from Disney, she's like, "Oh, we'll name her that." And that's exactly how she's that way.
My best friend, that's how she got her name. Her mother was in the delivery room, and this particular movie happened to be on, and this spunky young woman walked in all full of pee and vinegar into the newsroom, and she went, "That's her name."
It's interesting, man, because I do believe it's what I wonder if you went back decade after decade.
Now, it depends. Like in Jewish families, you still name, I believe, after a family member who's deceased.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's tradition?
That is tradition.
Did you know that, Jack?
Nope.
Like no clue about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you don't see many of those people named like, kind of trendy names. You don't see
not
Jews.
too many Lexuses and Mercedes.
Or X74.9.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but I just kind of I wonder if you went back, if you could delineate and say, okay, it seems like 1958 is the year that the pop culture outweighed, or they had more people on that top 10 list than like a familial or government or something of that nature.
Yeah, I think it started growing in that time, and then 80s. I think you were full fully into it in the 80s.
Here we go.
The 40s were the explosion of film, right? Because that's when that's like It's a Wonderful Life came out in the 40s, and then the 50s exploded in a bunch of films as well.
Well, 50s was television in your home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, according to parents.com, the 60s saw the highest surge in celebrity baby naming. According to the Social Security Administration, parents located in Georgia, Nebraska, and Wyoming named their children after celebrities the most. In Hawaii, Alaska, and Wyoming, parents choose baby names that are inspired by TV shows or movie characters than any other state.
That's wild. You would think Hawaii would be the exact opposite of
I
that.
know.
Because of that familial culture that's on that island. I mean, it's like a closed set there.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Alaska. You would just kind of think, I would think maybe in the South, it would be more steeped in tradition where you'd get named after somebody in your family, maybe more than up north, but I don't know.
And what were the leading places, Deb?
They were Nebraska. Let's see. Georgia, Nebraska, and Wyoming named their children after celebrities the most. In Hawaii, Alaska, and Wyoming, parents choose their baby names inspired by a TV show or movie characters more than any other state.
So you have the South and the the last two states.
I wonder what percentage of our audience was named after a TV character or a movie character or something in pop culture rather than...
Or like myself, after an actor or actress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a pop culture kind of scenario, a musician. I mean...
Okay, is that the question of the day? Because I haven't put the first one
No, I mean,
up.
we can do this on the texting service as well. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Or we can do that.
Would you rather like how many times you wash your drink cup or who are you named after?
It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest with you. But I don't wonder what's the more intriguing answer.
I think the named after
I do
one.
as well, yeah.
No, someone said, I knew a girl who was named after the first word her parents pointed to in the Sears catalog. Born in 1971, and her name was Pajama.
No, get out of here. I don't know if I believe that or not. I know. I went to a high school with a girl named Candy Kane. Like, her last name was Kane, and they opted for Candy, so she would have to go through life with her name Candy Kane.
Well, we know what.
And she did, and she wasn't. She's not a stripper. It feels
She's
like she
built
was
for it.
destined. She was destined to be a stripper and avoided it somehow. But I bet that's a large percentage of our audience was named after like a movie character, maybe an athlete. Because you can go back in history and like all them, like I wonder how many Lou's. There's no Babes. There's no wave of Babes because of Babe Ruth. There are no you know what I'm saying? I don't know that athletics have that same impact that like movies or TVs or music do.
A lot of texters weighing in at 77031. I named my kids after the actor Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead films.
Damn, that's so crazy. That's great.
Both of my kids are named after actors. My name is Shannon. I'm named after someone who's playing Jeopardy when my mom was pregnant with me.
That's so wild. And I've met more people who are named after a song lyric or an artist because that was the music they were listening to when they were pregnant, like the last month of their pregnancy.
Yeah,
they kind of got into that music. And I'm telling you straight up, if my wife was to have a kid right now and it was a girl, it'd probably be Stevie. Because
next.
She's like a crazy Fleetwood Mac fan, and she would probably name it Stevie. She probably would, I'm telling you.
Poll is launched. It's 50-50 right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 votes.
Wow, okay, very good, Jack.
I'll keep you updated.
That's decided information. We needed that for sure.
It says, who are you named after? It's like celebrity, athlete, or president, or family member. Those are the 2 choices.
How about your girls?
The musician, then with the middle one, it was just, we came up with that name. To my knowledge, that's not after anybody.
Who was the musician?
Alana.
Oh.
Well, I think.
For Alana Miles?
I think it was Alana Miles.
Oh, Black Velvet?
No, well, the spelling is the same. I don't know, back in 80.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to check with that one.
And then Emma?
Emma was, it was either going to be Ella or Emma. Ella would have been for Ella Fitzgerald. Emma, my wife just preferred that name, but this was around the same time as Friends. They had the baby Emma.
Yeah.
And that's why you saw that big spike in babies named Emma.
For sure.
In the late 90s, early 2000s is because of that. And we found out after she was born that was a thing, and it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, a big explosion of Tabithas back in the 70s because of
Bewitched.
a show called Bewitched, and she had a kid named Tabitha that was part of the show, so a lot of Tabithas from that moment on.
That's the reason why my cat is named Tabitha.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
so crazy. And what about Jess?
I think we just...
Like the name?
Yeah, I think my wife was trying to match her initials with mine, and JRB, and so we did that, and the first name landed on Jess.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I'll be damned, dude. I will tell you, I do not remember at all why my daughters are named the way they're named. Because I only had boy names ready to go. So I know that my wife loved the name Taylor, so my oldest is Taylor for sure. And Aubrey, Aubrey's middle name was part of our family, but then my ex-wife would always remind me that had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to say it had something to do with it because it's got to have a connection to my family as well. But I know this, if I had a son, I wanted to name him Satchel, from Satchel Paige, but I was yelled at many times saying, my son will not be named after a bag. So we didn't do that.
Second African-American to make it into the majors, I believe, Satchel Paige.
Absolutely. He was a monster too.
We had a boy name picked out. It was going to be Nathaniel Atticus. Nathaniel Atticus Bradshaw.
Atticus from To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you. Fancy literature namer.
and the first name was actually a family name. So we had that one, and it's like, it's going to be a girl. Yay!
And it's wild because unless the name is unique, unless the name is unique, you would never know. Like you would assume a lot of people would got named like Michael because of Michael Jordan, right? But in reality,
that's so funny. I would have thought one of the archangels, but okay, we can go with Jordan
or Michael Jackson.
Or Michael Jackson. But the thing is it's not like that. You would have more people like you could notice if it was named Kobe because we only have like one person named Kobe that was really famous.
I don't know. That steakhouse is pretty good.
If you named your kid after Kobe Steakhouse and somebody asked you and you went to tell the story of the steakhouse and they kind of looked at you sideways, you should shift your story to Kobe Bryant.
It could have been the night,
Exactly. You never know.
You go to Kobe for celebrations. I'm just saying. That could lead to something.
I wonder how many people are named after the drink both their parents were wrecked on when they had sex and created them.
But how do you think so many Brandies arrived in the world?
Well, it's probably the song, right?
Oh,
yeah, Brandy, she's a fine girl, right? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with Emily the Movie Girl. We'll do that next.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
I lost the power in the bedroom years ago. and I don't
we got to take it back, Russ.
I don't think I'm ever going to get it back.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Accident on I-4 eastbound. Right now, the off-ramp to World Drive is currently closed due to that crash there. Florida Turnpike northbound before I-4. There's a crash there blocking two center lanes. An accident blocking the left lane I-4 westbound before Lake Mary. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hear that? That's the sound of another savvy driver rolling into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No hassle with appointments or dealer wait times. That's one smart bell.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive comprehensive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm back in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, is today's real estate climate still favorable for sellers?
That's probably a question a lot of consumers are asking today. And the answer is absolutely. The market has shifted from the extremes of the past couple of years, meaning we're headed in the direction of a more balanced environment. That means sellers still have strong opportunities to sell quickly and for a good price, especially with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Thanks, Mark. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult Comic Dogs, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast, Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
I actually think one of the more interesting parts and actually scary parts of the whole conspiracy with the government kind of slowly releasing these files over time and getting us indoctrinated or used to the idea of extraterrestrials or these UAPs is actually how much technology that they have from outer space that they're not telling us about. That's super advanced and could probably benefit society so much, but they're just holding back because it could be used in the wrong ways.
My man has thought that out. I think he had that written down. He has put some time into that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Remember, guys, playing the game, phone on, phone up, carry it with you everywhere you go, and answer it regardless of what you see on the screen. That is, my friends, how they tell you you've won. Deposit. That's the word. Go get it. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Hi there.
You guys give it up good and loud for Emily, the movie girl.
I'm going to expect that every time now from you guys.
We'll have an intro for you before you know it.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. Thanks.
Emily joined us last week for her first segment. She comes on to review movies, TV shows, things like that. You know, any visual entertainment? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, yeah. A little bit of everything. Yeah.
And so last week, what did you review last week? I can't remember.
Let's see. The Drama, Animal Farm, and then I mentioned what I was going to watch on streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're doing same thing today. You're reviewing. You're going to give us a stream.
Yes. Well, I don't want to say it's a bad movie, a good movie, and a streaming movie, but I'll review the movie I streamed, which is Remarkably Bright Creatures.
Okay.
Because a couple of you have watched it. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. And then I watched 2 other films in theaters, and neither of them are bad.
Okay,
so,
good. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Okay, so Remarkably Bright Creatures. I actually kind of want to hold back, but there were 2 of you. Jack, you said you watched it.
And Deborah.
And then Deb.
Deborah watched it as well.
Yeah, I would love to know your guys' initial thoughts before I dig into it.
I want to know Jack's. I want to know Jack's.
I'll tell you, Mom, but you were a little giddy about it, so you loved it, right?
I did love it. But what was interesting was that from earlier reviews that I'd heard, there was a lot of focus put on the octopus. To the point where I kind of got a little bit, wasn't sure if I was expecting something close to my octopus teacher. But it's a lovely story. It's a lovely story about being healed in the most unexpected ways from the most unexpected people, and how that healing can change your life. And then the parallel story with that of the octopus was very touching as well.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Jack?
my octopus teacher is still mine and my wife's favorite octopus movie.
Without a doubt, it's phenomenal.
Like this, didn't love it. At times, it just felt like a made-for-TV movie.
Like corny. Like a little corny.
A little corny that we grew up with. Like almost like, or a really high-quality Hallmark movie.
Right, yeah.
But it gripped me into it. I was into the story. Like, a little emotional at times, but it was a fun story. It kind of ended up very neatly. It's like Saturday Night Live did a bit this Saturday about movies that moms would like.
Yeah.
I think this counts.
Well, it's so funny. My mother-in-law was there watching, and that's why my little introduction was just looking up from my phone occasionally and seeing an octopus be narrated. Was wild, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was wild. And I think it's very important when you choose the voice. If you're going to have an octopus narrate a movie, the voice is very important. And I'm not 100. They nailed that.
Well, it's funny.
I don't know how well they nailed that.
Well, it was Alfred Molina, and I only saw him in the credits at the end. I'm like, wait.
He wasn't
Alfred
in that
Molina
My
wasn't in this
parents
movie.
thought it was Alec Baldwin.
Wait,
I had to correct them.
That's who I thought it was. What? I thought it was Alec Baldwin.
It's funny. So I went to IMDb to see. It's like, the voice of course.
Okay.
Of course, the voice of Doc Ock, by the way.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
It's not a terrible movie. I think for people that haven't read the book, it's a completely serviceable film. I still enjoy the story for what it is, right? I really enjoyed the book. I think you lose so much of the nuances of the octopus in the film, because especially in the 3rd act, you barely hear from him at all.
Yeah.
Because you hear a little bit in his dialogue in the film of him coming to grips with the fact that he's dying, and he realizes like, okay, I need to help my friend with this thing before I move on to the next life. And you miss a lot of the nuances of him grappling with that because of the book. There's not enough time. There's not enough time.
That's why books just can never. Movies just pale in comparison. Once you've read the book, there's just so much layers to the story that you miss once it's put to film.
When I found out what it was, I read a little synopsis online of it, and then people compared it to Charlotte's Web. They said this is a very Charlotte's Web kind of story. Spider is dying, helping out the pig type things.
Oh, spoiler alert.
So it has a real big parallel to that,
That's such I like that parallel a lot. I mean, like I said, it's not all bad. I like Sally Field. I like Lewis Pullman. My parents also didn't realize that Lewis Pullman is like Bill Pullman's son.
right.
So like after they watched the movie, and I was like, yeah, I mean, he's a Nepo baby, but like he's a talented Nepo baby. I think they work really well together.
Very nice.
But yeah, overall the pacing just wasn't
It was
for
slow.
me.
Yeah.
It's very slow at times. And I think Sally Field was really trying to do a good job of like trying to make her a more endearing character. But the thing is, in the book, her character is very hardened to life. And so it's this very interesting dynamic that she's so soft towards this octopus that like she can't speak with, like, you know, like they're two different creatures.
Is that a casting issue? You know, I used to have a buddy, we talked about casting and how absolutely vital it was to cast the right characters. And you're right. Like if you talk about the history of Sally Field to people like us who have watched her since she was the Flying Nun, she has always had that real soft kind of motherly or super nice aunt that never got married kind of vibe about her. And I found it odd that they put her in there in that position, because even in the dialogue that I watched, it seemed like she was forcing being forceful.
Yeah, she was still likable.
Yeah. I said, like, I still wanted to come over.
I think it's a bit of both, right? Because you know Sally Field is a very great actress, like truly one of the greats. So you would expect her to put her best foot forward in something like this, but it's also just not great direction. I usually am one to say it's bad direction more than bad casting.
All right, let's move on to our next movie.
Yeah. Okay. The next one I watched is Devil Wears Prada 2.
The thing that's like number one in the theaters right now, right?
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, so I watched it opening weekend, but I wanted to talk about it on here because I obviously didn't talk about it last week. But have any of you seen it?
No. I actually never even saw the first one either.
What?
No, I did not. I know it's odd, but when you look at me, it makes real sense.
The first one
just
is...
a glance over here is going to let you know I'm not a Devil Wear Prada kind of guy.
But Jim, has your wife seen it?
I don't know. Actually, I do not know the answer.
She probably has.
But I just saw this week that they outed the girl who it actually is.
Oh, what? The
girl that's supposed to be the really mean girl in the movie or whatever. That's
Miranda?
Like that's based on a real person. And I just saw that they showed who that really was like last week in the news.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, but to be fair, it's supposed to be kind of like a dime a dozen. Like there's always going to be a boss like that. But I was really pleasantly surprised by this Legacy sequel. Think about how many Legacy sequels have come out, and they're, you know, they rehash the same thing, or they try to capture the magic of whatever the first one was, and it just doesn't hit the same way.
Yeah,
or it just feels corny.
Yeah. It's so it seems like they're trying to tie it into the first movie so much, because if the first movie hit so hard, they want as much of that old film in there as the new film can get to kind of carry that theory over.
Yes. This one, I think, takes a swing in the beginning. I don't think it lands, but I wanted to talk about it on here specifically because the premise of how it opens is that there is this decline in journalism and journalistic integrity, and it's the fashion industry and journalism dealing with this like inevitable transition from physical media to a digital media. Super interesting for The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. I was going to say, that doesn't hit me as a fashion movie. That's more of that's a social statement, I think, a little bit more.
And I thought, wow, that's so interesting. And it's not lost on me that we're literally talking on a radio station about this. Like, it's kind of ironic.
Would you like to talk to my journalist friend about it more?
Exactly. I'm sure Jeff probably has a lot to say about it.
Or the empty journalist desk out that you walk by on the way in here. Yeah, it's different now.
That newsroom used to be full.
It hits different now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that this day and age, like anyone that works in media, is something that they have to come to terms with. I don't think it landed very well, because then in the second and third act, it becomes a completely different film, and they're like reasoning for hoping to save Runway and this fashion magazine is like, well, what if we take the power from one stupid billionaire and we give it to another billionaire, but don't worry, she's a woman.
Oh.
So it's girl. And it's like, it doesn't really solve the bigger problem here, but you know, it felt like it was trying to do the non-political answer by the end of it. But overall, I think it's a really solid sequel, though.
It must be, because I'm telling you, man, it has done very well in the box office. And I tell you, I did not expect it to do anything, man. I mean, you know, here's the thing. I will tell you, once there's a litmus test of how like a sequel can do, like the Top Gun sequel did so well, you know, it was received so well. Yeah. And that movie was 25, 30 years after the originals. It just like the movies that still have heat, and the only ones that seem to be able to do it well are the animated films, are the ones that are able to kind of keep that legacy going a little bit better. Oh, you don't agree?
No, I think I do to some degree. I feel like animated films are a totally different beast. The thing that came to mind was the fact that we're getting another Toy Story sequel literally next month, and I could not, like, my eyes are rolling into the back of my head because they ended that story.
Yeah.
So
And she's
like,
buying outfits to watch it in.
I am not.
She already owns it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Emily, the movie girl, with us, going over her first couple movies, Devil Wears Prada and...
okay, and then the second one. Okay, so I know you mentioned that you like mysteries.
I do like mysteries, yes.
Have you watched Sheep Detectives?
The Sheep Detectives?
Yeah.
No, I have yet to see. As a matter of fact, this is the first I've heard of Sheep Detectives. It is.
You haven't seen any of the trailers or anything for it?
No, not one.
Hugh Jackman?
Doesn't he strike you as the kind of guy who'd spend money to watch a movie called The Sheep Detectives?
Detectives.
Yeah,
yeah.
So, okay, she's mad at me. I love this. She's super pissed.
No.
Someone needs to be.
It so needs to be. I was so pleasantly surprised with
Really?
Sheep Detectives. From the trailer, I was like, this looks so dumb. What do you mean Hugh Jackman and Emma Thompson and whoever else are in
some
this?
big names.
Yes, big names that are in this movie. I think it's based off a book. And it's about this sheep, part of a flock, and their shepherd dies, is murdered.
Okay.
And so they take it upon themselves because he every night would read them a mystery.
Okay.
They say, well, no, we have, like, we know how mysteries are solved, so we're going to solve this mystery ourselves.
Jimmy, doesn't that just sound like it's a movie right up your alley?
Hey, man, it says detective. I'm in.
And it's pretty much like similar to Remarkably Bright Creatures, where you hear the thoughts of the animals. They can communicate with each other. Just it's not interspecies, so they're not talking to humans. They're just talking to each other. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's such a perfect movie for what it is.
Really?
Like, people in early screeners were giving it 5 stars. I personally gave it 4 out of 5 stars,
Damn,
which is
really?
a solid film for me. It reminded me a lot of Paddington, if you ever watched that. The
Again,
Paddington series is so good.
I would just ask you to glance at me. That's all I would ask. It's just when you look at me, you don't. I mean, is that what you hit? Did I hit you about Paddington?
Yeah.
Listen, but people thought the same when Paddington came out, like, whatever, kids movie.
Yeah.
And this film, it really touches on, like, it's a very poignant film about death and memory, and also having this sense of belonging, which is crazy, but, like, it's a family-friendly film, and it does that successfully.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Never even heard of it, man. I love that. I'll actually watch the trailer when you get out of here, and I want to get a list of the stuff that you're doing so I can actually watch these trailers and get an idea what's going on.
What's interesting now is when you get exposed to trailers and movies, and it could be on YouTube, you see it a lot, but if you're not watching network television, and Jim, with the playoffs and stuff, I don't know, maybe you come across commercials, because I've seen trailers on TV for the Sheep Detectives, so I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Have you seen trailers for Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah,
too?
I've seen those everywhere for sure. Yeah. And again, I saw the movie with the octopus. You know, my mother-in-law was watching it while I was in the room, so I've been exposed to that as well. I just haven't seen any of the Sheep Detective stuff.
I think you should give it a chance.
Okay,
it's very cute.
And I'm a Hugh Jackman fan. I like him. He's fun. He's good. I mean,
Yeah.
he's Wolverine, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I got it.
There is another actor in here. Hold on, what's his name? Nicholas Braun.
Okay.
He seems vaguely recognizable. I guess he's in Succession, and I don't watch Succession, so I don't know what his character is in
Jack,
that.
you just made an enemy. Jack loves the Succession.
But he's actually the standout for me.
Really?
He plays the policeman, and I don't know, for someone who I don't recognize who he is, he's not a super famous actor. I thought he really held his own
Very nice.
amongst, and yeah, it was really cute. So
I have him on our screen. Nicholas Braun, he played Greg, and he was kind of the nephew in the series Succession. So,
yeah. I recognize him a little bit for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Now, if you want something to watch on streaming,
Fire away.
If I'm ready to move on,
Sure.
I watched this. It was re-released in theaters this last week, and I had to go see it in theaters because it's one of my favorite films that I've seen in the last 6 years. It's called Past Lives.
Past Lives?
Past Lives. It came out, I think it was 2023.
Okay.
And then this month, they have had, AMC has had this Asian American Heritage Month. So they've been re-releasing popular Asian American films, usually just for one night only as like a fan fave $5 night. And I had to go see it again because it's so good. But it's, again, one of those films that majority of it is in Korean.
Okay.
It's not a full international film, but most of it is spoken in Korean. But it's about this boy and this girl. You see them at 12 years old living in Korea. The girl and her family are immigrating to Canada.
Okay.
She has this very special childhood love connection to this boy. They lose connection for 12 years. It spans 12 years and they reconnect again, this time through Facebook, through social media. They have this like kind of parasocial online friendship and they lose connection again. And then they meet another 12 years later and it's now her married and he comes to New York for the first time ever just to see her.
Oh, man.
It's so much more beyond like, oh, a long lost childhood love. It's so much more deeper than that because you see the nuances of the potential strain that it puts on her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
You see that there are different types of love and connections that happen, right? Because she has this unspoken special something with this boy that she's known her whole life.
Yeah.
But then she also has this very quiet, known love with the marriage that she has.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so funny when you said that. The first thing I thought of is when Tom Hanks was when he got lost, right? What's the movie?
Castaway.
And then he comes back and his wife has started an entire new life.
Yeah.
And he's just like standing there in the doorway as if somebody just time warped his ass ahead, 8 years or whatever it was. I mean, that's the only thing I could parallel that to, like that idea of, that missing years and all of a sudden you reconnect and you are in the same spot or maybe a different spot, but kind of the same spot. And the person you're connecting with has moved way on. Like they have not waited at all. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm sorry. You'll be happy to know that Past Lives came out in 2023. Is available. You can stream it for free. YouTube, Tubi, Pluto TV. But there's also pay options, which I'm sure you'd prefer.
Yeah, sure.
On Apple TV and Amazon. You can buy it if you want.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Or watch it for free.
Yeah, very good.
I can't remember the director's name off the top of my head, but that was her directorial debut. Was that
very good.
Celine Song.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do you have for us next week?
Okay, so I think I'm going to do kind of a spooky theme.
I like this already.
I watched Hoaxes this last weekend, so I'm going to save it for a spooky theme. And then this Wednesday, I'm doing an early screener for the film Obsession. Have you seen any trailers for that?
I have not.
Okay, another A24 film. I love A24. They really love taking a big swing. It's about this guy that's hung up on this girl, and instead of, doing the normal thing and asking her out or even just saying that he likes her, he buys one of those 50-cent wishes.
Yeah.
And he wishes that this girl would love him more than anyone else in the entire world. And then it comes true.
No way. That's cool.
And
it's like a thriller horror kind of thing almost. Oh, really?
Horror film.
A24, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Very cool.
And I can't remember the director's name, but he's very young. He's only 26.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's gotten a lot of hype. My expectations are very high.
All right.
I don't do horror films, but I've really been so brave and branching out. So I'm excited to talk about them next week.
I've been so brave. I love that. All right, guys.
Awesome.
I'm fighting this war. I'm going into this theater.
Yep.
Well, Emily, it's always good seeing you, and thank you very much. Guys, good and loud for Emily, the movie girl.
Thanks, gang.
Where can they find your stuff online to get more reviews that you've done in the past, maybe stuff you have coming up?
Well, right now you can go to my Letterboxd, M Retro Reels. I'm also working on my own podcast, so once my social media is up for that, I'll have all of my past reviews and stuff up there as well.
So M Retro Reels.
Yeah, like EM.
Yeah.
Retro Reels.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Always good seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
You got it, man. Always good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us. 77031. Deposit is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's DEPOSIT. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
No script, no filter, no off switch. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Watching out for more showers and thunderstorms as we kick off the work week. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. A couple of those could be on the strong to severe side this evening with gusty wind and some smaller hail, so make sure you keep your eyes to the sky. We'll see these linger into the overnight, slowly fading away with that loss of daytime heating. We'll dip back into the lower to middle 70s. Still muggy out there as the slow-moving cold front drifts southbound. That'll likely lead to more numerous showers and thunderstorms for our Tuesday. Once again, a couple could be on the stronger side. We'll have to watch that. It will be cooler. We'll have temperatures topping out in the middle to upper 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Save time and money with a white vinyl fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,040. Go to fenceoutlet.com for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
Life's messy. Divorce, car accidents, business disputes. At TK Law, we handle it all with experience, strategy, and the respect you deserve. We're not a buffet. We're a firm trusted by our clients and respected by our peers. Our firm has been built on decades of results. Whatever life throws at you, TK Law is by your side. One team, one strategy, one clear path forward. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Quitting things is usually pretty easy. Like when you bought that fishing pole, used it once, and caught nothing but sunburn. Ouch. Or when you wanted to save money until that sneaker drop happened. Quitting things is pretty easy. But quitting menthol cigarettes isn't. Menthol enhances the effects of nicotine, which can make them more addictive. We can help. Tobacco Free Florida offers free tools and services to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay and Adventure Island. Discover our largest, most immersive animal habitat, the all-new Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening soon. Feel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters and splash into endless adventure at Tampa's largest water park. With seasonal events and fun all year long, there's always something new to experience. 2 parks, twice the fun. Only at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay and Adventure Island. Save up to 55% on tickets, phone cards, and passes during our Memorial Day sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
One name I could never understand that didn't become more popular is Elvis. I mean, come on, the guy was the most popular man in the world in the 50s and early 60s. So just amazing to me that Elvis never really caught on as a popular name for boys. I don't know. What do y'all think? Have a good Monday. Later.
I think it's too obvious that you named him after someone. I think if you choose one of these other names, it has to be close to it. You can make up a story. You have an exit story. But with Elvis, you do not.
Jimmy, help me remember kind of how it went down. I can't remember if it was a mistake or somebody threw out your name out there or whatever, but I remember on the Monsters when you came out with your full name. And ever since then, it's kind of been ingrained in my mind that, your full name is Jimothy Bojangles, Denny's, Perkins, Waffle House, Cracker Barrel, Colbert.
Yeah.
But now you throw your sister's full name just out there on the air, and it tracks right with the Palaca heritage of Snow White.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
All right, the latest artist to cash in. Did you guys see it?
Oh, no, selling their library.
You see it?
No.
Yeah, the latest band. And this is one of those bands, it's kind of wild, man, because, when we hear about them, it's usually like, Springsteen was like 79 or something when he did his, right? Bob Dylan was also in his mid to late 70s when he sold his. And a lot of the artists are, unless they're like hard up for cash, a lot of the artists try to make as much money or maintain the integrity of their art or their portfolio until the very last minute. Then they sell it out and maybe take that estate money and give it to their family or friends or whatever the case is going to be. But yeah.
Springsteen, by the way, today is 76.
Oh, he's 76.
It was
okay.
earlier.
Okay, my bad.
I'm going to see him in 3 days.
Yeah, very good.
The Eagles?
No. I don't think the Eagles did it. No. It's a band we've actually talked about a little bit.
It's not Tool.
It's not Tool, not in a million years.
Hall and Oates. They finally got together and agreed to sell.
No,
They can't agree on anything.
Nope.
$300 million.
Oh, wow.
$300 million. And you know what I find interesting about a lot of these things where you're buying like music portfolios? What song or what 2 or 3 songs are you really buying?
Yeah.
Because let's face it, when you're buying a catalog of music, you don't care about probably 85 or 90% of it. You're buying it for those hits that people recognize so you can associate your product or service with those particular hits, right? That's it. Mm-hmm. So they're not, the rest of it they could literally throw away and it would not make a difference at all. And I'm wondering if this band, like what song from this band do you think that the people who are paying this, Warner Brothers, I believe, bought it. What song are they actually paying for that gives it that much value? Because I don't know I don't think this band, it doesn't hit me as a $300 million portfolio band.
Is it the Police?
But they have been around for a long time, not the Police.
Not Toto?
Not Toto. This is a band from the late 80s, early 90s. And some would say they defined the early 90s.
Oh, Pearl Jam.
3 Doors Down?
The Red Hot Chili Peppers have sold their recorded music catalog to Warner Group Music for more than $300 million. They will now give up control of all their master recordings to the label, to whom they've been signed since 1991's Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic.
That's funny. I would have...
All of the income generated by streaming, radio play, sales, and licensing will now go to the Warner Group. So what song do you think when you hear it, give it away?
That's the only one I could think of.
Well, it's huge. First of all, I watched watched the documentary over the weekend.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I've been a fan of theirs since the late 80s.
I have as well. It's got to be...
Give It Away is probably one of their big... like Under the Bridge is another commercial.
Yep. Californication, right?
Yep.
I can't see Californication having wide appeal. The same thing Under the Bridge, because that's about drug use.
But it is, but that was a hit. That was a legit
without a doubt.
hit, like radio play wise.
But if you're a travel agency, an international travel agency, and you're trying to get people to come to California, the Californication thing wouldn't be the worst, kind of a mantra for that. No?
It's funny because we play about 6 different Chili Pepper songs on the weekends here on Real Radio, and I don't think it's enough, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't play them every hour, so I have to kind of pick what ones.
Yeah. Danny California's up there, also known as Sweet Home Alabama. Also, you have Soul to Squeeze. By the Way, that's a really good tune.
Yep.
Scar Tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's another good one. So, I mean,
Airplane.
Huh?
Airplane.
Yeah, you have some good. I mean, I don't know if their higher ground cover really kind of comes into play there.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously.
Stop.
So you have some songs there, but you Suck My Kiss. I don't know what you sell with that, but I mean, who knows? But I mean, so basically, Warner Group paid $300 million for probably 10 songs max. So for a best of album that they can license for the remainder of their existence.
They've been producing music since the mid 80s, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
so $300 million, that means
40 years of music.
Yeah, each band member gets like $75 million. Because I think they divide everything evenly. They're one of those bands that realized early that the only way to stay together is to divide everything evenly, regardless of what anybody does in the band.
Well, they are still together.
$75 million a piece. But that's it. There is no more, buddy. There is. And I mean, I think they can still make money from concerts. Like when they tour, and I don't even know if they make money from their merch.
But so I don't know the legal deals or if these guys even had a piece of it. But like when you had Frusciante came and played guitar for a while, or Josh Klinghoffer, he played guitar for an album and a tour. I mean, I don't know if they would get any piece of the overall picture, publishing rights.
It's the songwriting. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter who's in the band. It's who writes the songs. That's all that really matters. It's and again, like we talk about Tool a lot. Tool made an agreement when they got together that all song credits would go to all 4 members of the band, and that makes it easier when you consider the Creedence Clearwater thing or the Smashing Pumpkins thing, where that one person writes all the songs and the other band members are just kind of there as a backing band. They don't really have any input in the band's creativity at all. But I think these guys are way different than that. Matter of fact, I know it is because during the doc they talk about how some of those songs came about. Little jam sessions that turned into a lick, that turned into a drum beat, that turned into a kind of a rap kind of reggae thing that kind of took off. I mean, it's just how it happened.
It'll be interesting to see what they use for advertising.
Or and also the original drummer who's alive. He was in the documentary, but I guess he doesn't get anything.
Chad Smith?
Before Chad Smith wasn't even in the documentary.
Yeah, I know he wasn't. Yeah. What I'm saying is,
they got drummer before him, and so does Chad Smith get that?
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I mean, again, it's all about who writes it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you look at the songs and how they're written, I'm not 100% sure. The story doesn't really mention who gets what, of course.
Yeah,
they're not breaking down their deal in front of everybody.
We just have to wait. I'm sure they'll be out with the details soon.
Bain Capital is part of that deal. Remember those guys?
Yeah, I do. Look behind you.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
It's back. The 2026 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, May 12th through the 25th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Been blocking the left shoulder, Florida Turnpike northbound before I-4. Stop and go traffic from Orange Blossom Trail. Tapping the brakes as well. I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. And crews working on cleaning up an accident. I-4 westbound near Lake Mary Boulevard. Also, lots of company. I-4 eastbound between 27 and World Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Everyone likes the power to choose, and right now that's exactly what Renewal by Andersen is giving Central Florida homeowners. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project, or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know that living here in Central Florida means dealing with intense sun, high humidity, and storm season. Well, Renewal by Andersen's energy efficient petition to claim Impact Windows and Doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and if you live on the coast, they're built for the toughest conditions. That means more comfort, better performance, and peace of mind year-round. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinance expires 6/5/26.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Duval.
When I was growing up, my brother-in-law's mom was Ella, and everyone called her Miss Ella. She was an honorary old lady. And my sister informed me before I met her, listen, I know you joke around a lot. Don't joke with Miss Ella because she's not going to laugh. And when I met her, I said, what do I call you? And she said, Miss Ella. And I said, well, I'm sure glad you never married Darth Vader. And they said that was the first time she laughed in years. Later.
Elevator. Yeah.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's Kate.
Kate.
You were talking about the Chili Peppers selling their catalog to Warner Brothers. And I think that's all right. Let them do that, right?
Yeah.
They still have intellectual property for future releases and artistic endeavor. So who knows what they're going to do next?
Yeah. I'm interested in how that. I mean, obviously, if when they tour, that's them performing. You can't really license that. They're definitely not going to go out. They're definitely not going to go do a 50-city tour and give all the money to Warner Group and just go, well, thanks, guys, we appreciate that. But I wonder about the merch. Like, if they sell merch at events because it's licensed with their name, does the person does that group get a cut of that now?
I guess it's a whole new deal, but you have to maintain the rights to continue to tour. And then if they create new music, is that umbrellaed in? Or do they project that any future releases by the band would be included as well?
What do you mean they have to maintain the rights to tour? I mean, Bruce is still touring, right?
He is, yeah. And I'm sure that part of the deal is, I have a right, to perform these songs.
I see what you're saying.
You're on the songs, but I'm allowed to perform them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And
he can still make money for it.
Correct.
Theoretically, that's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, these deals must be pretty complicated. And by the way, we were way off from the Chili Peppers when it comes to hits. There's like maybe 8 more that we found.
Yeah.
So these guys have 15 to 20 legit big songs.
It's funny because I listen to them a lot, but I don't always hear them on radio. I rarely, there's only really a couple of songs that they rotate and play on radio. And then, so it's, I'm familiar with more, but I'm not sure what is, quote, popular out there.
But I was just telling Deb, we were, during the break, I was kind of looking around at how the deal got broken down. By the way, you're 100% right. As these band members came in and out, John Frusciante, Dave Navarro, Halil, those deals are separate from the deals for Anthony and Flea. So those people, because they did get songwriting credits, and some of those songs are gigantic, by the way, that they'll get songwriting credits for. Like Navarro will get credit for a couple pretty big tunes on that album they did there on one. I forget the name of the record, but there's a couple big hits on that record, so he would get paid for that. I mean, probably nobody happier than Dave Navarro today, because he's not. I don't think he's doing anything. Jane's Addiction kind of broke up because Perry Farrell punched him in the face on stage.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has a gig right now. I'm sure he's pretty happy about that. Cut him a little check there. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. So there's a story out of Daytona Beach I think is kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys have dealt with this. I dealt with this twice in my life. I don't see what you guys think. So Eyewitness News 9 went over and started asking Daytona Beach leaders, while some people are on payment plans for high water bills, while others are getting money back from the city. And what they told them was something, have you ever heard this one before? Oh, we have defective meters. Apparently, 1,500 defective meters led them to deliver a $1,400 water bill to one of their clients.
Wow.
Matter of fact, and one of them says, and one of the guys who got hold on, I think this was it was a $400 bill to a guy in his 90s. He lives alone. He doesn't shower every day, doesn't really wash clothes every day, a minimal water usage. He's a 90-year-old man. And his bill was like through the roof. So they contacted this water company and tried to get some answers for him. And all they had to say is, well, we've had some defective meters.
Yeah.
Well, then fix them.
Yeah, the property manager gave him a $1,400 bill and said his tenant was placed on a payment plan, while another tenant received $700 for a high bill, $700 credit for a high bill. So let me ask, you guys know that there's this averaging thing that they do with the power companies? Do they do that with water as well? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I lived over here next to Code Black in a neighborhood where, all the houses are like right next to each other in all 9 yards. And I remember getting our power bill and thinking it was like crazy high. And I went over to Sean, Code Black, and I said, hey, was your power bill high? And they're like, yeah, it's about a little higher than the one I had last month. I'm like, well, let's see what's going on. We'll wait and see if it goes down or they give us a credit. Next one was the same exact thing. I'm like, what's going on? Call the power company. They come out and look at the meter. And as the guy's walking up, he goes, we estimate these, don't you? And I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're talking about. It goes, yeah, we'll estimate what the bill should be for the people on this road because of usage, because of the area or something. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard that?
Well, I know occasionally when you get the bill, they'll say actual meter reading.
Right.
And I wondered, does that mean sometimes it's not like they may estimate and then once in a while they'll go out, do the actual reading and then adjust?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happens, and I think that was the same thing that happened with this water thing. It's like the meters weren't right, and I had it happen with a water meter at my very first house. This was years ago because we had a situation, and it was the meter was broken, and I was like, I don't even know how this happens. Like I've never heard of one breaking, and I've experienced two of them now. The power one was crazy though, dude, because when that guy looked at me, he was like, oh yeah, man, we estimate these bills, so it's about close for the entire neighborhood. And I'm like, that sounds completely and utterly crazy. Why even have the meter then?
Yeah, exactly.
I did. I looked at him. I said, why have the meter then? If you're estimating it, you're just kind of shooting from the hip. Why even have this thing? I mean, how about you just walk over and check the meter and then charge me for what I've actually used? It's right there. I can see it. Are you telling me you can't walk the 40 feet to go check the meter as a meter reader?
Okay, but then they do that for every house. So I think when they kind of come up with a plan for estimating, they're cutting down on man hours so they don't have to walk the route to every house every month.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me. I'm a customer. I don't want you estimating. I don't want Publix when I pull my card up to go, well, that looks like it's about this.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well, I think with the meter, so what they do, and if they come out, let's say once a year, then they get the actual reading, and if there's a difference, then they kind of estimate you into your favor. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they credit you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to lean on the government to credit me for something that they've already charged me for. I don't want to do that because obviously they're inept and couldn't get the damn thing right to begin with.
So what are you going to say? You don't want to use the city water anymore? You're going to just go with a cistern?
It says here we went to Public Works to see the meters and we're told to go to the water department at City Hall, but that office only handles billing. Quote, I hope the city can get this straightened out. I really appreciate it and hopefully get a little money back for my dad. It's not clear how long the water department has been estimating bills and why some residents are responsible for paying the difference while others aren't. Because if it's on the same road, you don't have a pool, you're not watering your yard every day, and your bill's $1,400, the guy next to you, he gets a credit of $700. This dude's 90 years old, barely uses water.
Let's get one of these TV guys out there. TV news guys.
This is Channel 9, so I'm sure.
Oh, there you go.
Ulrich is probably on the courthouse steps as we speak.
Didn't he retire?
I was going to say, I thought he retired.
I like saying his name because he was big. It says
he was the guy.
After the story aired on Monday, one person they interviewed got money back from the city. Another told us the water department showed up at their house and put a new meter in. So I guess you just got to bitch and complain and don't stop. I mean, $700 water bill, $1,400 water bill. I filled up a pool and it wasn't that much. Like I think it cost me like $500 to fill my pool up.
They really get you. It's the sewer that they get.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I have the same water. They split my water into two. One is the landscape water, goes in the sprinkler system. The other one goes into the house. They come up at the exact same line. It's the exact same water. But one is a lot cheaper to use.
Yeah, exactly right.
So I switched them.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I did not.
You did. It sounds like you did. It says here that that's how it works in Polk County, that they'll estimate. I do not understand that. They should not do that. And it says here that I guess this guy, as I read it with no eyes, it says that if the bill's over what the estimated value should be or bill should be, then your price goes way up. So I guess if they go to your neighborhood and the average of your neighborhood should be like $350 because that's about what everybody uses, and you come in at like, you come in using more power than that and like, $400, that they actually even jack it up more, which I do not understand.
Well, I know OUC recently had a problem with a mistake that was made in their billing department.
Oh, really?
So people were getting like water and power bills that are like 3 and 4 times what they normally were. And OEC's like, oops, our bad. It was a billing mistake.
Well, with all this technology, couldn't they possibly have like a Bluetooth scenario in these meters where the meter reader just gets within a certain time and it just automatically, you go to that address, you hit update, and it gets the update from the meter, and there it is right there? I mean, don't they have that?
Or you could put the city on Starlink if they have Wi-Fi in your entire city, and then it's just a remote wireless thing. Technology could probably get there, but they also have to install one in every residence.
Yeah.
So maybe like new meters in the future will have that ability.
Yeah. And the problem is where do you go? Like, you really have no recourse other than just being a pain in the ass to the city because you have no other option. You can't call another water company and say, I'm going to use your water, or a power company. And I think that's kind of part of what powers this a little bit, because I think they, when it's all said and done, they kind of know you have no power.
Yeah.
They know that you can't really do anything. What are you going to do?
No power.
Yeah, they're going to not pay your bill? They're going to cut your power off. You can't do that. That's crazy. I'll never understand that. I had a 20-minute conversation with that meter reader in my yard years ago about how that was even possible, that you're just taking a stab. Like, you're just rounding up, dude. Is that what you're doing? Just rounding up? How about just walk over and look at it? It's easy to see.
When I left my hose on the side of the house for a week, and it was a trickle, but it was, leaking. I had a thing on, but it was still leaking. That was a $200 water bill. Normally, my water bill is about $120.
Oh, really?
And so I called, and she's like, listen, you get 2 freebies in your life, or 2 discounts in your lifetime, and you can only use 1 in a calendar year. She goes, are you sure you want to use it for this? She goes, because you never know what might happen. Like saying, you might want to wait until you get a $700 or $1,000 bill.
Your trickle's nothing when a slab leak happens when you're on your cruise.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Pay the $80 now.
Exactly.
Keep 2 in your pocket.
Yeah. Man, I'll never forget that conversation. It just seemed so illogical. The guy must have thought that I thought he was an alien. I'm like, I don't get it, man. You pull up here and you park and you walk. I mean, it's 25, 30 feet to the meter. You're the meter reader. That's your job, right? The post guy doesn't just throw my mail in the yard and say, well, I estimated about how long it's going to take you to walk out and grab it. You walk to the damn thing and you read it. Insane. All right. And by the way, a lot of people checking in on this, saying that they're experiencing that same thing in different parts of the state and counties. Like, I don't get it, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Been blocking the left shoulder Florida Turnpike northbound before I-4. Stop and go traffic from Orange Blossom Trail. Tapping the brakes as well. I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. And crews working on cleaning up an accident. I-4 westbound near Lake Mary Boulevard. Also, lots of company. I-4 eastbound between 27 and World Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The best trips are the ones you share, so discover mountains of fun together in Pigeon Forge. Experience hiking in the Smoky Mountains, thrill rides at Dollywood, and even walk alongside dinosaurs. And getting here is easier than ever. Start planning at mypigeonforge.com.
Man, the real estate market always changing, especially now more than ever. And the Nickley Group has an entire team of local market experts to guide you every single step of the way and help you decide when it might be the right time for you to buy or sell. And that is super important. I've actually had this happen before. And man, that heads up is so incredible. That's what the Nickley Group does. That's why they're the #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida. And the numbers show it, right? 4,500 plus homes sold. And I just updated this. They actually sell a home every 7 hours now, not every 9 hours. 4,000 5-star reviews. These guys just really have it going on. And look, if you're selling your house, that is your #1 asset. You want to make sure you maximize that value. On average, the Nickley Group gets 6% more for their listings than their competitors. Guys, that's thousands, could be tens of thousands of dollars, so don't make that mistake. And when you factor in their VIP buyers program, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, they even have this lever to leave it guarantee. If you're not satisfied with your purchase within the first year, they will actually relist your home for free. That's one of the reasons they're they're the #1 team in Orlando. They even have a guaranteed cash offer. If you don't want to deal with any real estate stuff, how about no showings, no open houses, and that deal can close in just 14 days. You got to trust the pros when it comes to your real estate, guys. These are the biggest expenditures you have in your entire life. Make sure you're doing it right with the Nickley Group. That's the NickleyGroup.com, NICKLEY Group.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by wearebeyondabank.com. And if you are buying a home in today's market, it can feel a little impossible and overwhelming, especially when you're competing with cash buyers. But there is a better way. It's a smarter way. Wearebeyondabank.com. They offer the Buyer's Edge program. Now, what that means is when you make an offer, sellers know your financing is solid because they back it up. They guarantee it. So your offer can compete with cash. And for sellers, when you get an offer from a buyer in the Buyer's Edge program from wearebeyondabank.com, you don't have to settle for a lower cash price. They even back the Buyer's Edge program with a $5,000 guarantee that your loan will close and close on time. Get the edge today, the Buyer's Edge. Go to wearebeyondabank.com. That's wearebeyondabank.com. NMLS ID number 1281698. Equal housing and fair lending.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
What does your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. At TK Law, they help you move forward with confidence and a plan for your future. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
This summer, rediscover a place that's been here over 450 years, yet always feels brand new. Where the streets tell stories, the beaches are breathtaking, and every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Plan your escape now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio. Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
We're
back in 1953, my grandmother was convinced she was going to have twins. She wound up just having 2 daughters, born 3 years apart. She had already picked out cool names that kind of rhyme and go together, so she just kept them. My mom's name is Sophonda, Sophfonda, and then my aunt's name is Devonda, Devonda. My mother has never once found her name on one of those like keychains or the custom license plates or anything like that you find at the tourist stores.
That's pretty funny. All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is win, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Win! That'll get you that cash. Phone on, phone up, and answer it when it rings. Win is the word. Good luck. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah, baby.
Found some old antibiotics I'm trying for this thing that's in my chest.
I love it. And
you know what's weird?
Yes, I fully support this.
I tell you what I don't understand about medicine, right? I don't understand how antibiotics are specifically designed for each little thing. Like the one I'm taking now is, I think my daughter had them left over from a year ago for bronchitis. So I was like, well, it's close to that. I'm taking them. Let's see what happens.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. I don't care. I'd say anything. I would have taken amoxicillin. I don't give a damn. I don't want this cheese in my lungs anymore.
And when it comes to pharmaceutical, the thing I do not pay attention to, expiration dates.
That's right.
I know this because the ibuprofen I took last night expired in 2022.
It still worked.
And it still kind of works.
But with antibiotics, you know what the telltale sign for antibiotics is, though?
What's that?
It's that smell. Like if you open the bottle and you get that, and they're fresh, I mean, you can tell the instant you open the bottle. These, not so much. These are like, okay, we're antibiotics.
I think these are antibiotics.
Yeah, we're antibiotics.
Not quite sure.
We're not the kind you like, but we are antibiotics, you know? All right.
We get the job done.
All right, 407-916-1041. So let's talk about this ChatGPT story. I've actually had this pulled to talk about it for a couple days, and I wanted to talk about it. Because here's the thing. It does fall into that weird kind of argument where you can make with gun manufacturers, right? I just sold the person the gun. I don't have any responsibility outside of that. You know, I'm not walking next to the person, or I'm not advising the person on how to use the gun. I just sold them a gun. I'm a gun dealer, right? Outside of that, I got nothing to do with it. Guns are legal in the U.S., covered by the Constitution. If you're over 21, you pass the background check, you're going to be able to buy a gun from me all day week. You probably buy one next week if you want, whatever the case may be. That's the argument that supports the whole idea of not being able to kind of blame this. But that's way different, because a gun doesn't look at you from the closet and go, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you walked into an elementary school and just started popping me off and see what happens, that'd be cool. If a gun did that, if it stood in the doorway and spoke to you and said, hey, man, you know what would be awesome? Let's go to the mall and see what happens, right? That would be one of those things where you could go, well, obviously, the gun's the problem because it's talking people into using it as a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when you read this case file for this FSU shooter and this ChatGPT thing, this may be one of the most definitive cases against something like this that I've seen. I don't know if you've heard some of the language from it.
One of the victims that's suing OpenAI?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, suing OpenAI for sure. Vandana Joshi, who was the widow of Tiro Chaba, who was killed outside.
He was there actually with Aramark. He was there as a contractor.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he wasn't a student, wasn't an employee.
And when you read about what some of the things that ChatGPT said to this guy, because they found his account. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you negotiate this, guys. Like, I don't know what you do. Let's see, the chatbot. Oh, here we go. According to the complaint, the student at FSU shared with ChatGPT images of firearms that he'd acquired. The chatbot then allegedly explained how to use them, telling him the Glock had no safety and that it was meant to be fired quick to use under stress, advising him to keep his finger off the trigger until he was ready to shoot. So far, not bad, right?
Yeah, safety information.
Exactly. Then, at one point, the lawsuit alleges ChatGPT said it's much more likely for a shooting to gain national attention if children are involved. Even 2 to 3 victims can draw more attention.
Damn.
Later on, the day of the shooting, he asked what about the legal process, sentencing, and incarceration would be like. It says ChatGPT provided factual responses to questions with information that can be found broadly across public sources on the internet, and it did not encourage or promote illegal, harmful activity. Of course, that comes from the offices of OpenAI. Right. Exactly. But where does this go? It says here that, what the complaint says, OpenAI knew this would happen. It's happened before, and it was only a matter of time before it happened again. But they choose to put profits over our safety, and it killed my husband. They need to be responsible before another family has to go through this. And as we were told, and have been told by companies who deal with stuff like this, that there are roadblocks put in to stop people. But this one didn't. This guy was sending pictures of guns to it and then talking about shooting. It brought up the shooting. The shooter didn't bring up shooting. The damn chatbot brought it up. If you use that right, you can kill a bunch of people. Shoot kids, you get more attention for it. That's not the shooter engaging, going, how do I maximize the value of a public shooting? Where should I go? What should I do? He's not asking that. This thing is just by showing that guns, this thing is directing him to do this. And it wasn't saying, hey, you should learn how to shoot that in target practice. You should be able to, take that to your local range and with all the safety precautions and learn how to handle that properly. None of that. First things first, right out. Kill more kids and you'll get more attention for it.
Well, now, did it say kill more kids, or did it say in shootings where more kids are killed, it gains more attention? And was he asking about a public shooting, or was that just a random factoid that it dropped?
The suit said that the Eichner is the guy,
Eichner, yeah.
Began his FSU attack by the following instructions. At one point, the lawsuit alleges ChatGPT said it's much more likely for a shooting to gain national attention, quote, if children are involved, even 2 to 3 victims can draw more attention. And you're right. It's not telling him to do it. What it's telling him is that if you shoot kids, you're going to get more attention. What an odd conversation to have just right off rip, right?
Completely odd. But I think that you have to really go back in the history, because with these chatbots, they learn from you, right? They
learn from everything.
From everything,
all
but
input.
Also their engagement with you. The more you use it, the more it understands you and what you're after. Because I can write just a simple prompt, hey, give me a little background info on Steely Dan. And it'll say, hey, for your Yacht Rock show, you might.
Right, yeah.
It's like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I didn't mention that.
Right.
But based on all the information I've given it over the past, how long I've been using it, it kind of puts it together and theorizes why you're after this information.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. If I go to ChatGPT right now and I type in, I would like to do a mass shooting, could you direct me how to get the most out of it? What would it do?
I bet something direct like that, you'd get a warning, and I don't know what's going to happen on the other end. You may be flagged for something.
Would it flag, and would I get a call? Would I get a visit from a cop? Would
might.
I mean, all that? It says here,
you want to test it?
No. It says ChatGPT.
We'll use Deb's computer.
ChatGPT is a general-purpose tool used by hundreds of millions of people every day for legitimate purposes. We work continuously to strengthen our safeguards to detect harmful intent, limit misuse, and respond appropriately when safety risks arrive.
Texter says, if AI told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
Yeah, I'm not a mentally ill person with a handgun and 2 or 3 magazines full of ammo.
Yeah.
I'm not that. So yes, ChatGPT would not be able to tell me to do anything because I'm sane and I'm logical and rational and I understand there are repercussions for actions. But if you get someone who's mentally ill and it starts talking to it like that, when we know for a fact that's possible because people have relationships with it, like full-blown sexual long-term relationships with a chatbot. So you can't give me that BS that it can't manipulate you, even if you are rational and sane.
Or young and impressionable without a lot of role models in your life, and that becomes your primary relationship.
Right.
For many.
Yeah, it could be your mom, could be your dad. It doesn't necessarily have to be a loved one or a romantic interest. It could just be somebody, like you said, it could be a mentor. It says here that attorneys for Joshi also reiterated that ChatGPT inflamed and encouraged his decisions, endorsed his view that he was sane and rational, helped convince him that violent acts can be required to bring about change, and adding the software provided what he viewed as encouragement to, quote, carry out a massacre down to the detail of what time would be the best to encounter the most traffic on campus.
See, the thing is, when it came to things on social media just 5-10 years ago, they were like, it's too much. We have too many users. and too much information to be able to kind of police our social media pages. So we have to really leave it up to the individuals. But the thing is, with artificial intelligence, it can do that for you. I mean, the artificial intelligence itself could send up warnings when conversations are problematic or red flags, and that could be something that could be acted on, at least put in front of a human.
If I knew you were weak and insecure, and we knew each other personally, and you were in this building, and I knew you as a weak, insecure person that's highly suggestible, and I started talking to you and grooming you every day, and then I convinced you to shoot a coworker that I do not like, would I be guilty of something?
Well, if you remember, no, because that young woman had been charged, when aiding and abetting her boyfriend's suicide.
Right, yeah. I'm talking about a murder, though. I'm talking about, and I understand what you're saying. I mean, that is a murder of...
In much the same way, she encouraged him to take his own life and was found that in the end it was still
his decision,
his action. So even though she was encouraging him through phone calls and text messages, in the end it wasn't her responsibility. And I think what was going to be fascinating about this is to watch how the legalese, the legal experts, twist the language of AI to fit their narrative of, well, it was what he fed into the chatbot, which is the reason why he got this response. It wasn't the chatbot.
Yeah. And by the way, I believe this is a very important case. There's actually another one out there as well, but this is a precedent-setting case.
Absolutely.
So you can bet your ass you're going to, like Deb said, you are going to get all the lawyer you want in this one.
Yeah.
They're going to roll out every son of a bitch that's in a $3,000 suit, one after the, they'll be lined up out the door as they get wasted. Next argument. There's no way they can have this on the record that ChatGPT can be held responsible for mass murders if the damn thing talked somebody who's weak into doing it.
Yeah, it's such a precedent-setting case. Just every aspect of it. I know you also have families suing about the chatbots with their kids who commit suicide.
Right.
Same thing, interactions that are ending in the death of people.
Yeah. It says here also, several months leading up to the shooting, Eichner engaged ChatGPT in lengthy discussions about his interest in Hitler, Nazis, fascism, National Socialism, Christian nationalism, and perceptions about Jews and blacks by different political ideologies and social groups. Now, again, none of that is illegal. You can ask it all you want. You can talk to it all you want about that.
You can say you're working on a research paper.
It said ChatGPT flattered and praised Eichner, who told the chatbot about his loneliness and depression and failed to, quote, connect the dots when Eichner began raising questions about suicide, terrorism, and mass shootings. But that's exactly what they should be doing, right? When you hear, isn't there like, God, this is going to sound so stupid and rudimentary, but I don't know any better. Aren't there basically keywords? It would be hard for me to communicate the words mass shooting to you in so many languages or so many ways that it can't be tracked by this kind of company. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can mask it as anything I want, but ChatGPT doesn't know that. I have to tell it to use a keyword or a code word that for me specifically.
But again, that is counting on the architects of AI to be like, oh yeah, there's fail safes in place. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's no different than social media platforms saying, no, we were not invented to be addictive.
Yeah.
That's not our goal. Our goal is just to connect the people. Wink, wink, nudge,
but it's
nudge.
kind of what I wonder how they're going to argue. Like, this guy, did this shooting on FSU's campus. And I guess the argument, because it told him when the busiest times are there. It told him when the most people are there. I don't know if he asked that, but it said, here's when the campus is the busiest. In other words, here's when you can do the most damage.
I still think you're going to be
you just said in other words. So you made that leap, but so are they could be claiming that, ChatGPT, their chatbot, did not make the leap. I can tell you when the most people are on campus. It's a different question than where can I go to shoot the most people.
The lawsuit claims the bot continued to engage when Eichner asked about the busiest times at FSU Student Union, what possible media coverage would look like in the event of a shooting, and the potential legal consequences for the shooter. Yeah. Of course, not saying he's doing it or any of that stuff. ChatGPT allegedly told him that weekday lunchtimes between 11:30 and 1:30 were peak hours at the student union, according to the suit, and he began his attack at 11:57.
So
Uthmeyer, by the way, is also looking into ChatGPT and OpenAI as well for criminal charges.
Florida's Attorney General.
Yeah.
So either is the chatbot and ChatGPT not advanced enough to be able to put these clues together? Does it put these clues together and decide not to, flag it? Or was it never designed to flag conversations like this?
And that's what you can find out, right? Because is it still programmed, or once ChatGPT is launched, does it just go out and learn on its own?
Oh, no.
Is there any code that still gets added? Because it can write its own code, right?
No, well, they keep updating it. They have different versions of it. Yeah,
right.
OpenAI has control over this.
Yeah, but it's just giving it a bigger shovel, really, isn't it? I mean, the one that we're using is like you get a little shovel, you can get on, but the big ones, I mean, the ones you pay for, those are the ones that go super deep, right?
Yeah, but they can also, they put up the bumpers and the guardrails.
Yeah, but I guess that's the argument. We're not really seeing that, right? I mean, would you say that this case is like, one of those precedent cases for how this thing should have warned somebody that this guy's talking about stuff like this? I can't imagine he's the only guy talking about Hitler and fascism. I mean, it obviously is one of those things that's happening a lot right now. But in that same sense, when you're talking about shooting, when is the campus going to be the most full? You're talking about if you kill a couple kids at the same time, you'll get more attention.
See, that's the thing. And if you had those conversations weeks apart, with a person, they might not put it all together. But if AI can't put that together, what are we doing?
Uthmeyer said if this was a person, they'd be facing murder charges. So if this was a person, you have a mentally ill person, doesn't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a gun in his hand, you say, hey, it'd be funny. These aren't real bullets. But if you go up there and you point at that guy right there and you shoot it, I mean.
But again, it's. If it's just would you be liable if it's just words? You didn't give him the gun, he got the gun.
Yeah.
All you did was talk to him with words.
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't know. Don't you have to consider people's mental acuity in the situations like this? What they can and can't realize is real and not real? I mean, it just seems so Wild West that this thing did not alert, and this guy was using all the keywords, like all of the trap words. This guy used them all. It just seems like it would be automatic. This guy would be like the poster child for, hey, we flagged this guy's account in advance.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up, guys. Let's do some trivia.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
A man was detained by sheriff's officials and cited after he jumped into an elephant exhibit at the Milwaukee County Zoo, they said.
Do you think the elephants looked at each other and they're like, so are we going to talk about the person in the room?
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Florida football is reportedly in hot pursuit of four-star wideout Elias Pearl after landing four-star running back Andrew Beard over the weekend. Over to baseball, where the Rays enter today in first place in the AL East after they won 8 of their last 9 games. Tampa Bay will visit division rival Toronto tonight. And NBC leaked a piece of the NFL schedule ahead of its release, announcing the Giants will host the Cowboys to open Sunday Night Football. I'm Scott Davidson.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You guys, you can feel it out there already, right? You can feel it. A couple 90s out there, 91. The humidity is finally setting in. And if you have an AC issue, you certainly know it right now. And that's why you need a company that can really take care of you and your family. And for me, it's Mills Air. They were actually at my property today to give me a quote on another small unit I have in the house. And I just love dealing with them. All smiles, all down to business, just doing their job. And that's why I strongly suggest get these guys on your property for that preventive maintenance plan. That's what these guys do better than anybody, and they've been doing it since 92. That's 30 plus years of experience in keeping you and your family cool right here in Central Florida. And guys, their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry about what you have. Mills Air can replace it. But check this out. Just like me, if you need a new unit, they're carrier authorized factory dealers. That means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Guys, if you have AC issues, this is is the house you need to be in. It's 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Want your offer on the home of your dreams to compete with cash buyers? Become a We Are Beyond the Bank certified home buyer. You'll be certified that your financing is solid and your loan will close on time, giving sellers confidence when they want to choose from another offer. And here's the difference. We Are Beyond the Banks even backs their certification with a $5,000 guarantee. Stop losing out on the home of your dreams. Make sure your offer stands out. Like us on Facebook and you could win an Amazon gift card. Become a certified home buyer today at wearebeyondthebanks.com. That's wearebeyondthebanks.com. Lender's number 1281698.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabe tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
This pub burger is packed with flavor. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but honestly, it might be better to hear it from the people who love it the most. This is what some of our guests had to say.
This is the best burger I've ever had.
Lots of flavors going on in there.
That sauce, so good.
We love to hear it, and that's exactly why it's officially back right now for a limited time. Complete with everyone's favorite combination of fresh, never frozen beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Put it all together, and you've got a burger people can't stop talking about, me included. It's the perfect burger to turn an ordinary day into something special, and we love making it fresh for you just as much as you love eating it. Come on in and let us make a Colby Jack Pub Burger for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Academy Sports and Outdoors doesn't sell meat. We do sell the things that make meat meat. Grills that make steak sizzle, smokers that melt brisket, and chairs that make you say, let's sit and eat meat. But that meat didn't come from us. The shade you're under, spice you're tasting, and American flag shirt you're wearing, that's us. Cherry wood and charcoal, yes. Corned beef, no. Cornhole, yes. Canopies, yep. Canapes, I don't know what that is. Meat, no. Everything but the meat, yes. Academy, fun can't lose.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request. Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Oh dear, my
name is Alice from Wonderland, and I'm headed down the rabbit hole and straight to the stage. Join me at the Orlando Fringe Festival for Once Upon a Traitor, Faithfully Ever After. It's a twisted fairy tale where loyalty is questioned and betrayal is simply tea-time gossip. Now, don't be late. Get your tickets before they vanish like the Cheshire Cat. See you soon, dear.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Somebody just texted in and said, hey, look, be careful of those antibiotics. You can build up a resistance. I'm like, I have not taken an antibiotic in 2 years. A year and a half or so.
Eric sent a text earlier, which was really spot on because he's like, you're not supposed to have leftover antibiotics.
Yeah, you're not.
When you get them, you're supposed to finish
right,
them.
Exactly. You're supposed to get every one of those damn things. All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is win, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And he has the Jackie sack. What's in there?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Wiggity clack. Wiggity clack.
Couple of prizes, like maybe music or comedy. Those are your choices for the winner.
Ooh.
I'll tell you about the music first.
Please.
A pair of tickets to see the Psychedelic Furs.
Oh, no way.
At the Hard Rock Live Orlando coming September 5th. hardrocklive.com. Think I will have to go to that show. Also, a pair of tickets to see Jim Brewer at the Plaza Live.
Go boy.
Go boy. May 23rd. He's coming to Orlando. Jim Brewer, you got comedy. You got psychedelic Furs for music. By the way, Jim Brewer tickets, if you want to get them at the Plaza Live, go to plazaliveorlando.org. Those are the 2 prizes up for grabs in the Jackie Sack today.
So that means back to you, a clickety-clack.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
It's Monday. Let's keep it simple. Let's go number 1.
1 it is. Tracy, how you doing?
Doing great.
Glad to hear that, Trace. Want to play a little game with us?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
Here we go.
I think Tracy has her game face.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Tracy, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
It's a lie. I'm actually trying to fool you, but if you can sniff that out, I'll send you over to Jack for a prize. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Very good. Here we go. On this day in 1999, actress.
Oh, don't say they're born.
Singer.
Oh, God.
Songwriter.
Oh.
Famously short. Got her big break opening for Taylor Swift.
Oh, I saw her.
Sabrina Carpenter?
She loves espressos. Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter was born on this day, one of the biggest music acts out there right now.
And you said born in 1999?
Yeah, sure did, yeah. Here are 3 fun facts about Sabrina and 1 dynamite in a small package of a lie. Here we go. We're talking about Sabrina Carpenter, Tracy. Are you familiar with her?
A little.
All right, here we go. Number 1, she's the oldest of 4 sisters. Number 2, her aunt is Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson. Number 3, she got her television big break on the Disney Channel show Boy Meets World. Or lastly, she's allergic to apples and almonds. Which of those is a lie?
Let's say number 1.
Number 1 is the answer. You're a winner.
Oh,
there you go. Right off rib. You are a winner, Tracy. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes.
Okay, time out. So
Yeah.
Nancy Cartwright is her mom?
Her niece. Her aunt.
Is Nancy Cartwright?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. Her
That's too much talent in one family. It's not fair.
Her aunt is Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson. She did get her big TV break on the Disney Channel show Boy Meets World.
I was
and
on that
she
show.
is allergic to apples and almonds. All of those things were passed by because she's the oldest of 4 sisters. She's not. She's actually the youngest of 4 sisters. So, Tracy, you're a winner. Great job. Some other things you may not know
You would
about
have had me on that one.
Sabrina Carpenter before we get to the top of the hour. Her first song was her first big song was co-written by another big pop star, Meghan Trainor.
Oh, wow.
Helped write her first song. And then lastly here, she has her signature coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, which I did not know. It's Sabrina's brown sugar shaken espresso.
Didn't she also have like a McDonald's meal at one point, I thought?
Was that her or Sydney Sweeney?
Okay, may have been Sydney Sweeney.
Sabrina is, she's like, famously short, 5 feet tall. And wasn't she the one that was on stage with Madonna?
I think recently, yeah.
Yeah, she was just
Sabrina Carpenter was at Coachella.
Yeah, she was at Coachella and Madonna came out.
That's
that's when
right.
I found out Madonna was 5 feet tall too, because when they stood next to each other, they were exactly the same height, which is wild.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you what, she's kind of a weird looking kid. When you go back and look at when she started, she's been in the business for years, by the way. But she's one of those people that had a giant head. Like if you look at her as like a 12 or 13-year-old when she started acting, her body is so tiny and her head looked like a bobblehead.
I was just about to say she looked like a bobblehead.
She does, like a damn bobblehead. And the way they do her hair, she kind of does her hair like almost like classic, like 50s.
Yeah, like the
50s
pin-up,
and
like the
40s.
curls.
Yeah. And it just makes it even look bigger.
Wow.
Real quick, Sabrina Carpenter was in Girl Meets World, not Boy Meets World.
Oh, it was Girl Meets World. Okay, very good.
But Tracy still got it on the first.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Tracy just stabbed at it and got it. That's all it is about.
It's a Monday, isn't it?
Taking a stab at it.
Isn't
making
it Monday?
Happen. Hey, can I tell you, I'm glad it wasn't 3. That's what I can say. She just went, doop, 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 boop, boop, boop. How about 1? Let's go. Very good. I'll take my prize. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We're going to take a little break, come back and do some sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz. We'll do that next.
Merritt Island Fest, featuring Landon McNamara and Inner Circle, June 6th and 7th. Details at merrittislandfest.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
A ride right now, I-4 westbound between 192 and Osceola Polk Road. Still, earlier accident. I-4 westbound near Lake Mary has been cleared. A little bit of congestion still through that area. Also, accident Florida Turnpike northbound before I-4 has been cleared as well. Still tapping the brakes from Orange Blossom Trail. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. This weekend was Mother's Day, and I got to tell you, I was lucky enough to have 3 iterations of moms at my house. I had my daughter with her new son, of course my wife and her mom, all in one room. And I got to tell you, when you're looking around and you see what a great time we had, having dinner, a couple drinks, watching TV, talking about the old days, absolutely awesome. It is. And I want that to happen as much as possible. One of the main reasons I got my mother-in-law over to Life Imaging FLA the instant I signed with these guys. And the reason why is I know this technology is good. She and her husband went over, and like I've told this story 100 times, standing right next to my wife when she got the phone call that both her mom and dad had clear scans. Nothing like that, guys. There's nothing like that. That is the gift that keeps on giving, and you can give it as well. Remember, there are no dyes. You don't take your clothes off. So don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's how you make your appointment. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds, guys. Make that appointment and take control of your long-term health care.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most: selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
May is here, and you might have some big plans this summer. Well, if you're having people over, the easiest way to refresh your home for the summer, call my buddy Raphael at We Paint Everything. Listen, I have personally painted my house in the past. I have hired, a guy in a truck. You're just one solo guy. He kind of did it. It was okay. I didn't have to do it. Those experiences pale in comparison to what I went through the past week with We Paint Everything. It was 3 days. They showed up. They did a soft wash, which my house looked better than ever just from that. And then the paint with the trim, the sealer coat, 3 coats of paint and the trim, it just looks brand new, absolutely beautiful. could not be more pleased with We Paint Everything. And it's more than just home exteriors. They do insides as well, wall and ceiling painting, any finish, any room. You want your cabinets done? What an easy way to refresh your kitchen. Trim and detail work, baseboards, crown molding, doors, frames, you name it. WePaintEverything.com. And check this out. One of the real reasons I was happy I hired We Paint Everything is because when they repair it first. And I had some woodwork around the house on the outside, little wood rot, replaced it. Then they paint it, sealed up everything. I am good for many, many years to come. They are a family-owned company that will treat you like family. Over 75 years of painting experience. They're based locally in Winter Park. You call them today. Get a free in-home consultation. Ready for the phone number? Here it comes. 407-657-2000. 407-657-2000 or online at WePaintEverything.com.
Ever wish you could go to a funeral but not know the deceased? Have you been at a memorial service and thought, I wish these songs were more fun? Ever gone to a celebration of life and wondered, why aren't there more jokes? Well, you'll get all of this at Against Her Wishes, a one-woman dark comedy featuring me, Emily Fontano. Come to the celebration of life, funeral, and memorial service for my mother, Janet, who never wanted any of this. Kicking off at the 35th Orlando International Fringe Festival in Lock Haven Park. For tickets and more information, go to againstherwishes.com. That's againstherwishes.com. Brought to you in part by Dobbs Funeral Home. We'll see you there.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by We Paint Everything. Visit WePaintEverything.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 6 o'clock keyword is family, Family. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Family, guys, that is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Every single Monday around this time, we have our good friend from 96.9 The Game drop by to talk a little sports. Let's do some sports.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show brings you the man who brings the heat, the insight, and the takes you didn't even know you needed. From the biggest headlines to the stories flying under the radar, we've got you covered. So buckle up, because the sports world never sleeps, and neither does this guy. The most popular sports broadcaster on 96.9 The Game. He paid us to say that. Brandon Kravitz.
What's up, partner? How you doing?
I'm doing swell. I don't know if you can see my sun-kissed skin.
Okay,
but I
no.
spent some time out at Clearwater Beach yesterday.
Nice.
Wow, was that packed?
Yeah.
A lot of people doing that on Mother's Day.
Yeah. Very popular over there. Yeah. You didn't see that coming? You just thought the beaches were going to be empty on Mother's Day?
I mean, empty, no, but it felt like it was Memorial Day. I mean, there were just bodies everywhere.
Yeah. And not to mention,
felt like I was cuddling with strangers.
And not to mention, that's one of the most popular beaches in the U.S., not just Florida. I mean, it is very popular.
I know that you guys have probably discussed this, but I was thinking about where this ranks inside of just the state of Florida as I was out there yesterday. I would think South Beach would be the most populated beach in the state, and Clearwater's got to be somewhere inside of the top 3, maybe Daytona. Is that the case? Have you guys talked about this?
I don't think Daytona's beaches are considered the best anymore. I think up in Destin.
Not the best, but I mean just the most
Crowded?
frequently visited.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the tourism and stuff, but I still think Clearwater is still one of those places that a lot of people who know where the good beaches are want to be over there, because it's a much nicer community, along with St. Pete. A lot to do over there, and that entire West Coast area up there, up and down, is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, South Beach, you're talking like, that's party scene.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, the Panhandle all the way down through the Gulf, those Gulf beaches.
Yeah.
Nice sand, calm waters.
Go to South Beach to catch a cocaine stray.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, honey.
Somebody's just blowing lines out into the air. You just kind of go and catch yourself one. That's
I got a bump for you.
Yeah. So what are we doing today, buddy? We're talking Wemby getting thrown out. We talking a little basketball. We talking some football. What are we doing?
Yeah, let's do a little bit of all that. So we have ourselves a nice little villain moment for Victor Wembanyama. I don't think it rises to the level of making him the league's new Draymond Green or anything, because Wemby, for those that don't know, this is one of the guy looks like a monster. I mean, he's 7'4". He's got the wingspan of a Boeing jet.
He's like a spider.
But he is the nicest, most intelligent, well-spoken athlete that you could possibly come across. He's so thoughtful. He's got this great smile. He is the perfect new face of the league, with LeBron on the way out, with Steph Curry on the way out. This guy is beloved, and he should be. And he had himself a bad moment. He's been kind of pushed around by the Minnesota Timberwolves. They know that the only way they're going to hang in this series is make things uncomfortable for Victor Wembanyama, because they don't have anybody that can match up with him. And he had enough. So he swung his elbow around and he clocked Naz Reid. I thought in the moment there was like a 50-50 chance that he would get ejected from the game. He wound up getting ejected. And then the conversation was, well, is he going to get suspended for the next game? 0% chance the NBA wasn't going to have this guy out there for the start of it.
This guy knocked himself out by falling on the court, and the NBA just stopped for about 2 days. Or like, what's going to happen now? This guy's going to be in for sure. They're never going to suspend this cat.
And they're so good. The Spurs have just built such a great roster. They still almost won the game, and then the Timberwolves came back in the fourth quarter. So they've now tied the series at 2 apiece. That's really the best one that we have going right now. The Knicks just dusted off the 76ers in 4. They won 144-114 yesterday. It wasn't even close from the minute that one got going. And they go on to sweep, and they're on to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're going to wait for the Pistons and the Cavs. That is a competitive series. We'll have game 4 tonight, where Cleveland looks to tie things up. But that one's probably going to go to 7. So the Knicks have their feet kicked up, just waiting for a beat-up opponent that they're going to get in the next round. And the way the Knicks look,
Man,
they look like they are a shoo-in for the NBA Finals at the very least. And then OKC should dispose of LeBron James and company tonight. The big storyline nationally is, could this be LeBron's last game as an LA Laker? It is possible, though highly unlikely, that it's his last game ever in the NBA.
If Bronny wasn't there, I'd say maybe.
I think, I don't know. The Bronny thing is interesting because clearly he orchestrated Bronny landing on the Lakers to begin with. Yeah. But the Lakers just don't really have a roster that can be competitive at an NBA championship level. How much does LeBron care about that at this stage in the game? And LeBron has said that he doesn't want to do the farewell tour thing. The only people that don't believe him are everyone in America.
Right. Just like to say every breathing human does not believe one syllable of that. No way.
Like, dude, you're selling the shirt. Farewell tour, LeBron James. Come on. This is like a concert.
You might as well be Kiss or Cher. It's the same thing. We know you're coming back, dog. Come on.
Yeah, agreed. So I'm curious to see. I think we'll probably get a good LeBron game tonight, but they just don't have enough firepower. OKC is the real deal. That's kind of where we are in terms of the NBA playoffs right now. We also had the NBA draft lottery last night. I know that nobody was paying attention to that because it was Mother's Day, and breaking away from the mom in your life so that you can go watch the NBA spin lottery balls is probably
hard sell.
Degenerate behavior.
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
Even for me. And the Magic were not involved. The Magic were not bad enough to be in the lottery. And even if they were, they don't hold the rights to their first round pick because they traded their first round pick and several others for Desmond Bain. So they're not really going to be all that involved in drafts moving forward. But just for bookkeeping purposes, the Washington Wizards got the top pick.
Yeah.
Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies, Chicago Bulls, LA Clippers round out your top
Not
5.
even sure how this draft is going to be. I mean, are there any good players out there?
This is supposed to be one of the best drafts in the history of the NBA.
No way, really? Because I don't watch college basketball at all. I don't know who's up. I don't know anything like that. I just know that last year the NFL draft was one of the weakest, so I have to ask people like you. I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff.
Absolutely. That's why I'm here. If I didn't know this stuff, then I would have no use on this show. So I'm glad that you don't.
So
I do.
Who's the big player coming up?
So it's not like a Victor Wembanyama year or a Shaq year where it's like, or LeBron, where it's just so obvious who the top pick is. It's a strong draft because there's about 4 or 5 guys that could legitimately be the top pick in the draft in most years. And so it's a strong crop. AJ DeBonsa is the freshman out of BYU. He's probably going to be the first overall pick, but it's not a shoe-in situation. I think style fit is going to come down to it. In terms of the decision-making process and how much these guys want to play for those specific organizations. AJ DeBonsa, the camera was on him when the Wizards got the top pick. He looked pissed. So I don't know if that's going to play into to that at all. Darren Peterson is another one. He was a star guard for Kansas last year. Cameron Boozer, who's Carlos Boozer's kid. He played at Duke.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He'll be going inside of the top 5.
I mean, not that any of these names matter to us.
Sure.
Not going to see them. We'll be playing against these people maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
None of these are landing on the Orlando Magic. I can promise you that.
Speaking of the Magic, what's the latest coach search? I just got a text in to ask about that, and I think that's important. I mean, any names out there? Billy Donovan. I know that your cohort, Mike Bianchi, wrote a piece in the paper last week saying it's time to get the band back together from 20 years ago and hire Billy Donovan. What's the latest?
Yeah, I'd whispered in Mike's ear, hey, you should just go ahead and write that article now because you know everything that you would want to say, from this is what he did inside of the state at Florida to he already took the Magic job 15 years ago and then backed out of it a day later after the press conference. And now this is full circle. You already know all of the content that you would write if he took the job. And I said, just write it. Save it on the desktop, and then once he's hired, you can send it into your boss. And he took it a step further, and he just wrote it and sent it. Billy Donovan,
just a preemptive shot right into the face.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's just go ahead and get that column out there. That way, I can just repost it if he does get hired. So, Billy Donovan is the leader in the clubhouse, so to speak. But the fact that he hasn't been hired yet, and he's available. And the Magic are are clearly in the market for somebody. If it was like him or nobody, he'd already be hired. So they're clearly going through a process. Maybe they want to interview some assistant coaches that are still in the playoffs. So it might take a couple of weeks.
Brendan, who was management back then when he was first hired? Who was the GM back then?
The GM was Otis Smith was his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, former player, right?
Yeah, and then they hire Billy Donovan. This is when Dwight Howard was on the team before the team really popped off. But you knew this was a good job to have because Dwight Howard was clearly going to be a top star in the league. He was trending in that direction. So Billy Donovan leaves his glorious job with the Florida Gators as the ultimate winner and takes that job. His wife talks him out of it as he goes to have the goodbye press conference in Gainesville. He then calls the Magic and he says, I can't do it. I'm going to stay where I'm at. And they then turn to a guy.
My wife won't let me come.
Yeah.
In Miami by the name of Stan Van Gundy. And that's how Van Gundy got the job.
Still, I think one of the best coaches we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it worked out for everybody involved. But the column does write itself because then it's like Billy finally came home if he ends up as the head coach.
But man, do we need that story? We need wins, right? We need wins. We don't need a gimmick.
Listen, I'm just telling you that the article's been written. I don't give a damn. I need the best coach on the market. Now, I think Billy Donovan is a really good coach, but there are other good coaches that are out there to be had. Mike Budenholzer is a name. He coached the Milwaukee Bucks for years. That's one that you're going to see thrown out there. There's a guy by the name of Chris Quinn, who's known as Eric Spoelstra's mini-me. That's like one of the lesser-known guys that's out there. So there's a whole array of names that you'd be familiar with. Dusty May, the head coach of Michigan, if you want to go the college route, he just won a national championship. He coached at FAU, so familiar with the state of Florida, if that matters at all, which it doesn't, but just for storyline aspects of it. So you could go the college route. You could go the retread, I've been a head coach in the NBA route, or you could go the assistant route of the kid who's just been like cramming video film for the last 5 years. It's dying for an opportunity, which is what Eric Spoelstra was when he got the job with Miami. There's all those different directions you could go in.
Does the Magic have somebody like that? Do they have like an assistant coach that is that kind of guy where it seems like it's, just that dude that could obviously not because he's not there.
They don't. If they had that guy, Jamal Mosley would have been fired in the middle of the season.
You pick that guy off of another team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What else you got, buddy? We got a few minutes. Got a couple minutes.
Let's see. What else do we have here? The quick note, the UCF softball team has made it back to the College World Series. They'll be back for the 6th straight year, so shout out to them. And Orlando City, after the win of the year, not just for them, but in MLS, this is how you follow it up. Getting blanked by Montreal, who's also one of the worst teams in MLS. In fact, Montreal moved up in the standings after beating Orlando City, and Orlando City has fallen down to the last placed squad, and they were outshot in this game 25-9 en route to a 2-0 victory. And this is how they back up a win against Messi on their home field. If you can't create momentum off of that, you can't create momentum. I fear that was a devastating I don't want to say season ending because we got a lot of time left, but that felt like a nail, at least meeting the coffin, if not completely inserting itself in there.
And then somebody asked about hockey. What's going on with hockey right now? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
Lightning are done.
Well, I'm not the world's leading hockey expert, but I can't deny that the Stanley Cup playoffs are about as good of theater as you will find. The Carolina Hurricanes disposed of the Philadelphia Flyers. Another Philadelphia team goes down as that fan base loses its collective mind. So they're on to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Canadiens and the Sabres right now the Canadiens won last night. They're up 2-1. You have the Ducks and the Golden Knights. They're knotted at 2. And the Minnesota Wild, who have they have a guy by the name of Connor Hughes, who was on the Team USA squad. You would recognize him if you saw him. He's kind of missing some of his teeth, younger kid. Absolute star. If he's able to move on, beating the Avalanche isn't going to be easy because they have the most talented team in hockey right now. But if they're able to move on, I think we could be looking at the next wave of stardom in the NHL. So we don't have any local teams. The Florida Panthers won 2 titles in a row, couldn't get back to the playoffs. The Lightning, for 4th straight year, were knocked out in the first round. But if hockey is your thing, there's plenty of great games on every night.
Very cool. Where can we find you, buddy?
At Brandon Kravitz across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I've also been very active on YouTube lately. So if you want to catch more of this tanned mug, go to at Brandon Kravitz on YouTube as well, and I'll share content on a daily basis.
And by the way, somebody texted in when you made your Clearwater comment and said they were over there as well, and it's as crowded as they've ever seen it.
I had to yell at some teenagers because they were feeding seagulls. That's how I know I'm getting old.
Easy, you are getting old. Yeah. All right, guys, good and loud for Brandon. What do you say? There you go.
Yay!
BK. Buddy, have a good one. They can hear you tomorrow at 3 o'clock right there at 96.9 The Game.
You got that right.
All right,
See
buddy.
you guys.
You got it, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Accident blocking the left lane, 1792 northbound before Dog Track Road. Again, crash there. Left lane blocked at Plumosa. Slow ride on I-4 eastbound between 27 and World Drive. Also tapping the brakes, I-4 westbound between 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Man, no question that when you have plumbing problems, your entire house comes to a screeching halt. No showers, no flushing toilets, no sinks. It does suck. And if you need somebody to help you out with that, let me tell you, man, these guys at Modern Plumbing Industry have been insane for me. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how good these guys are at what they do. Not only are they the utmost professionals, the pricing is very, very, very competitive. But man, it's just this customer service. These guys are completely insane. They literally fabricated parts for an old 50 sink of mine because we wanted to keep the sink, but were no parts available for it. They literally went to their shop and built it for me. That's what you're getting from Modern Plumbing. From houses to high rises, they can do it all. They are employee owned and have been in business since 75. All plumbing issues, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And listen, when you book your appointment, please mention the Jim Colbert Show. That's a $50 discount. How about 24-hour service? They've got it. 407-327-6000 or find them online at modernpi.com.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime, one dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
I'm David. I'm an attorney. When my wife was seriously injured in a car accident, we called attorney Glenn Clausman. He met with her at the hospital and again at the rehab facility. Glenn Clausman genuinely cared about my wife's injuries and spent time with us to understand all the ways her injuries affected her. Because we chose attorney Glenn Clausman, my wife received an extremely fair settlement, and Glenn Clausman helped us receive as much money as possible by getting the medical bills reduced. I highly recommend Glenn Clausman. Glenn Clausman at KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Chris, said, selling our 16-year-old home was quick thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. We avoided the stress of showings, constant cleaning, and negotiations. Their guaranteed offer was beyond what we were hoping for. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most: selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult comic dogs, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast, Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Colbert Show, Kurt here. A government entity that's been doing this forever with the estimating, talking on Jim's thing about water utilities, IRS, they'll estimate your income, right? I mean, I know it's different for people that file differently, have unreported income. Everyone's situation's a little different. But just for us regular W-2 folks, I've always thought that was interesting. Just food for thought. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, those buggers from the utility company. They switched our water meters a few years ago. Started noticing big fluctuation in my water bill. And my water bill is basically the same for 5 years. Then I looked at the payment codes that estimated. Yeah, it took quite a battle with some supervisors, but they finally adjusted everything. But, bro, what a hassle, man. They try to rip me off. Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Jack, I'm just going to say, I know you've seen Springsteen many times. I saw him for the first time in Sunrise just a couple weeks ago and loved every minute of it. Great show. He went on for about 3 hours.
Woo! That's a lot for even somebody you like. I'm going to tell you, that's a lot. I mean, I don't know if I can sit in my room and listen to the Tool for 3 hours at a time. And I just don't think it would work like that for me. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
I think you could.
Yeah.
At 76.
Yeah, family is the key word, by the way. FAMILY. Just get over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. That's the other thing. 76 years old. Like, I'm 58 and I can barely move in the morning sometimes.
No,
yeah. I mean, Jagger and those guys are about to go out and they made another record. They're going to go out and tour again. He's 81.
Well, think of the child support, dude.
I think he's fine. I
don't know. He's got a lot of kids.
Jagger?
Yeah.
Does he really? I didn't know you had that
But
many.
you talk about
That's
having
crazy.
purpose, and we talk about it with Scott Brown here on Tuesdays, and what's retirement? And it's like, why retire? You're a rock star, and you're gonna fill arenas, and they're gonna sing back the songs that you wrote 50, 60 years ago.
How much of this tour do you believe is activism for him, if you're being honest?
More than ever.
Yeah, I would think
more than ever.
If you had to put a percentage of it up there, like, what would drag a guy that has as much money as you? I mean, I agree with you, by the way, on the purpose thing, because I feel the same way. As I negotiate with my upcoming retirement in years or whatever, I put a lot of thought into this because I bore easily. Right, I do. But I also can sit and while away hours easily. When I talked to my buddy Craig, and he talked about, we have similar personalities when it comes to, doing things and stuff like that. When he told me he was out for like a month and he was about to lose his mind, I don't know if it's going to hit me like that, but it hit him like that, and we're pretty close, so I don't know. That's a kind of a weird thing for me, but I believe most of this is activism for him.
Yeah, so last time I saw Springsteen a couple years ago was in Jersey, and he said, we're not retired. We're just going to keep playing until we can't play anymore.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And so I fully expected another tour, but he's got purpose, motivation. I just watched on social media a concert, his most recent one. He comes out, he makes a statement. He talks about the American people and the Constitution, and then goes right into War by Edwin Starr. And every song is
like a part of a story,
like
a narrative that he's building throughout the entire evening,
like every album he's ever released. Yeah.
It's wild because I pay attention to the music scene. Did you guys see who just got signed to play the Sphere? And I think it's kind of it's a really big deal for this band, and I've seen this band live before, and we were not blown away. And we saw them in Vegas in I think probably in a facility that held maybe 5,000 people, just a little bigger than Hard Rock Live, maybe.
I was going to guess No Doubt.
No Doubt is the answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, No Doubt is exactly who it is.
I saw them at House of Blues, and it was my oldest daughter. She was a huge No Doubt fan, and it was her second concert ever. Because I had to take her to Weird Al first.
Yeah. Saw Weird Al. Weird Al's an oddly good show.
Great band.
Can I tell you something? I say this and people freak out. It's the truth, though. Years ago, there used to be a thing in Orlando called Light Up Orlando. And basically, I think Mayor Hood was the one in charge of this. And basically, if you go downtown Orange Avenue, they would close off part of Orange Avenue, starting at like Pine or whatever, and go down to Washington. And then the main road was the main strip, but the roads that went off right and left, they had blocked off. And at the end of those roads were stages. So there were like 6 stages up and one main stage. And I remember we were walking in next to the entrance near Church Street, which was the main drag. It still is, I guess. And there was a walk there, and we saw some people leaving, and he had like a Weird Al wig and a Weird Al this and the other. And I'm like, where are you going? And he goes, I'm going to see Weird Al Yankovic. He's playing the thing up here, right? And dude, I started mocking him, like I was making fun of him, like, wow, Weird Al, huh? Really stepping out tonight, blah 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 blah. And we go up to Weird Al, and we're watching him for a couple seconds. I'm like, this guy's band is insanely good. Like, it was so much fun. The songs are corny, but I'm telling you, this guy put so much effort into this performance, you couldn't not watch it.
And even Al himself, as a musician, great. It's just, goof lyrics.
Yeah.
It's funny, but and the band is tight.
Man, they're so good. And, but yeah, man, that Light Up Orlando thing was pretty fun for a while, but then it turned into a giant street fight with drugs and guns.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's exactly
how we
happened.
lose everything in downtown.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's why they roll up the sidewalks now.
I think they went 2 years with Light Up Orlando, and then you never heard another word about Light Up Orlando. And it was one of the best. It was actually a great event. It was very noble of them to give it a shot. But saw No Doubt in a small venue in Vegas. They were doing a residency there. And, man, I got to tell you, processing does her voice a lot of help.
Yeah.
Her voice is very shrill when it's live, if it's not mixed well, and they don't add in some bass or whatever. Her voice is hard to take.
Yeah.
And the songs are cool, the band's cool, but man, tough to take. Yeah. And I can't wait. I know Tool's playing the Sphere next year.
You planning? You going?
I got to find out.
the move?
Well, they got to make an absolute. I don't think they've made an absolute statement yet, have they?
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think they. I think this is just a rumor.
Well, then let's not talk about it because I've already had the Buffy reboot killed. I don't need Tool not going to the Sphere happening now.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, remember they were doing a reboot of the show and it was anticipated.
And Deb was very excited.
Very excited about it, and then they just killed the project.
Oh, I wonder why. That's wild.
Lack of interest.
I know the White Lotus season got put on hold for a few minutes because Helen Bonham Carter had to peace out. She didn't think the part was good for her. And I guess Laura Dern stepped in at the last minute, so they're going to shoot that. That's a real popular show. I didn't think the second season was all that good, though. Did you see it?
Second or third season?
Or, second and third. We tried to watch both of the seasons. We thought the first season was great, but anything after that, it got a little weird for us. And then I'm down to the last 20 minutes of $1 Million Secret. And the reason why is because my wife didn't get a chance to catch up because I watched episodes till 3 o'clock in the morning the other day. And while she fell asleep, and that's something she does to me all the time. I got no remorse.
Okay.
But she stopped. She fell asleep right before the end, so we get to find out who won the money tonight, which I'm excited about.
Did you get a text from Kay Rollins?
I did. I may have, but
the founder of Orlando City and Orlando Pride, when you were talking to Brandon and we only had kind of horrible sports stories and mentioned Orlando City. Then we even went to ice hockey.
Yeah.
But we failed to mention that not only did the Pride win, but Barbara Banda, their star, has scored 8 in 8 games.
8 goals in 8 games?
Yeah, how about that?
What's the longest streak, I wonder? I mean, scoring a goal in soccer is not easy, man. These guys, I mean, they go nil all the time. It is not easy at all. I mean, that's sport, man.
Orlando City can attest.
I will never, ever get that. Those guys can run for like 45 minutes straight sprinting like that. I just do not get it, man. I do not get it, especially when I get exhausted walking down the stairs with my beer.
Dude, I bowled one game, and I was like, whew. There a chair around here?
What'd you bowl?
90.
90? That's not bad.
Yeah. My goal is always to break 100. I did last year, and just... Oh, the thing is, I'm so erratic because I'm a hack bowler. I have no skill. I just try and keep it out of the gutter. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I follow spare, strike, gutter, and a 1. On a strike, I rolled a 1 on a strike.
Yeah, because it's a 10 plus your next 2 frames.
Yeah. So, you know, I roll my strike, and then next to me, OMG Wicks, he throws, and I see, wow, he threw it hard, and they have the speed up there. I'm like, maybe I should throw it harder, and that's when it went in the gutter. I'm all right, maybe I should just stay within my lane.
Who was the best celebrity bowler?
Best celebrity bowler was Trooper Steve.
Trooper
he won
Steve,
the award.
huh?
Yeah.
Did he really?
He
wow.
Did. Yep.
Do you know what he rolled? High game?
119 or 120 or so. Although that was in the first game. They only count. We played 2 games. We bowled 2 games. They only counted the first one for the awards, much to the chagrin of Drew Garabo, who I think Trooper Steve rolled a 120. When they announced it, Drew Garabo already had a 125 in his second game. He's like, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing well. I had a nice conversation with him.
For people who do not know, he was on Real Radio for years back in the day, years and years ago.
Yep. He was in the
over
evenings.
in Tampa now, yeah.
Yep. Dan Stone was there. I mean, Ryan's team won the best team. They had some very good bowlers on their team.
He's also pretty athletic, is he not? Holmes?
Ryan?
Yeah, I thought he was athletic. Doesn't he play? Hasn't he been playing golf against Barb's kid or something? What?
Did you innocently bring that up? He loses to Barb's kid.
Oh, he did. He lost.
Golf.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear the results.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't hear the results at all. I just know that. Know he was supposed to. They were doing a bit where he was playing him because I played him as well. I played her before.
Yeah, that's a chef kiss of trolling you're doing on him.
Am
right
I really? I really don't know, but he's tall and lanky, and he seems like he could be a pretty good athlete.
He's tall and lanky and tardy. But then got the trophy for best dressed as Tuna Tim.
That's so funny.
He's leaning into this character. His whole team had fish shirts. It was actually pretty fantastic.
I'm just now learning that he's Tuna Tim.
Yeah.
I did not know that he's Tuna Tim. No clue. No, not at all. You in on any of this Tuna Tim stuff?
It's wrestling, baby.
It's wrestling, baby. No, not feeling it. All right, good.
But one of the most disappointed people was Ross Padgett.
Why is that?
Because he came in as defending best celebrity bowler and was determined to regain his title and did not do that.
He got rejected, huh? He's a good athlete too, man. Ross got an incredibly good golf swing. I mean, golf's a hard
this
game.
is bowling, remember?
I know, but still, hand-eye coordination is hand-eye coordination.
True.
And I figured for sure he'd be able to roll, because all you got to do, man, is just roll it down the middle. I mean, it doesn't even have to be going that fast. That's the thing, is everybody believes you got to throw it fast or spin it. I mean, theoretically, if you're bowling in a thing like that, you're just trying to knock as many pins down at first and then get lucky on a couple spares and you're good.
Listen, I had a few ringers on my team, and it's fun watching what they do. Like I don't even know if they put their fingers in it. They spin it. It's like it's going towards the other, then it comes back around, loops around.
Well, so when I bowled a lot, I had it's also the way the ball's drilled. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
They drill it what they call a fingertip drill, so that your hand actually spans out more instead of being real close together with those three holes, and it gives you more control of the ball, and it makes you able to spin it till you hit the pocket. That's what you're trying to do, hit the pocket.
Yeah.
Between the first and the, depending on right or left hand, the
Right.
first and second pin, you want to just crash it right in there. I love bowl. Do you bowl, by the way, Deb?
No.
You've never bowled?
You look like a bowler.
No, I've mentioned before I took it in college and almost failed.
How did you almost fail?
Because I'm a terrible bowler.
Wisconsin seems like a big bowling state.
It is a big bowling state, yeah.
Because it's an indoor activity.
I took it as a college elective thinking, this will be easy.
That's so funny.
That's why I took golf.
I did took golf as well. I went up teaching the class for the guy. I swear on my life, this guy, when we get into the class, I forget this coach's name. I wish I could remember. He was the absolute worst. This guy was tenured and checked completely out. And there was probably 15 people in this class. And we get up there and start hitting some shots. He goes, "Hey, man, you're a pretty good player." I go, "Yeah, I play a lot. I'm just taking this because it's fun." And I had an elective available. He goes, "Oh." He goes, "Can you take these 5 people over there and show them how to chip and stuff?" I said, "No problem, coach." I swear to God, the next week we got together, that dude showed up, said, "Hey, here's what we're doing today," and then left. He just left. He goes, "Hey, make sure they hit a bunch of 7-irons or something." I'm like, "Where are you going?" He goes, I got to go back to the classroom for a few minutes," and never saw the dude again.
Yeah, he ended up at the neighborhood bar.
That guy is at the bar for sure. That's another Wisconsin reason that I think bowling's real big. Because, buddy, I don't know that there's a better beer drinking game out there than bowling. I think it's maybe the number one beer drinking game in the world.
That nice fishing.
And what I like about Oviedo Bowls, the Oviedo Bowling Center and the Pinball Lounge is that Pinball Lounge. It's
taps.
Over 40 games.
Yeah.
Full bar.
And
the food. The pizza was good.
And they have craft beer in that little bar there. They may not have it at the bowling alley, but when you go to the Pinball Lounge, they have like taps, I believe, local beers. Very cool, man.
Yeah, no,
that is a good spot.
It is. We went one time recently, a couple months ago, and then again Saturday. Just a really fun time. Great event. Just call Mo. Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and for a great charity, but it's a fun time, and I look forward to doing that again.
Man, I bowled last weekend for the first time in probably 2 or 3 years. Just went out with some friends to do it. They called us up and said, "You want to go?" We went to that Bowl-A-Rama or Bolero or where it is in Altamont.
Yeah,
and bowled there. It was fun.
You ever do duck pin bowling?
Yeah, I've done it once back in the day.
That's like a bocce ball.
Yeah, like
kind of weird,
like a croquet ball almost.
Yeah.
All right, Deb, what do you got for news?
Trump suggests suspending a gas tax. Meanwhile, Florida lawmakers could pass their own gas proposal. And who's going to host the new Wordle game show? We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
More showers and storms are on tap for the latter half of our Monday. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. A couple of those storms could pack a bit of a punch. We do have a low-end risk of severe weather for gusty wind and some hail specifically. That does include Orlando, so make sure you're driving carefully for the latter half of the day. We'll dip back into the low to mid-70s overnight, staying muggy. We'll see those showers and thunderstorms fade away for the most part. Then we see this slow-moving front and some upstairs energy triggering more numerous showers and thunderstorms for our Tuesday. So hopefully more widespread rain around. Temperatures, though, will be a little cooler, rising into the middle to upper 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
All right, people, let's move. Sell every vehicle, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 2, I want credit for all. If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think you might be in the wrong place. Is this Headquarter Hyundai? Well, yes, but were you ordered to sell 300 vehicles before the deadline? Out of my way, soldier!
Of course. Sorry, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. New Tucsons, Elantras, every vehicle, thousands less. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. Can I get anyone a refreshment?
Every vehicle, $99 down.
Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Plus tax and tag is at headquarterhyundai.com.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. SuperSure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, SuperSure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Hennion & Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion & Walsh, and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose.
$5,000 to spend in your classroom.
Thanks to you, more than 50,000 teachers have been recognized for the amazing work they do in classrooms across America each and every day.
$5,000 in school supplies.
I'm so excited.
Congratulations!
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
All the people who help our children to learn and thrive, it's a partnership. We can't do it by ourselves.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. We will look ahead. And tomorrow, Tuesday edition of the Monsters, they'll get things started with your keywords. Remember, at 9 o'clock, $1,000 keywords for Zoom, 13 chances tomorrow. And it's Tuesday, so Detective Barb should be stopping by. When it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law. Will trust, they do it all. Online at onefirmforlife.com.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Man, I would absolutely love to see Tool with the Sphere, but I have a strong feeling they're going to be priced just like Metallica's Sphere prices. which are
ridiculous.
up towards $1,000 a seat, and even some over $2,000 a seat.
What?
And man, it just sucks. It's ridiculous. So I don't know.
I'm with you, buddy. I wouldn't pay it. I love the band. I would not pay $1,000 to see
Hey,
them.
JCS crew. Sorry for the noise. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. You know, I think that the UAPs and UFOs and all this other great stuff is really just futuristic humans who have figured out how to time travel. And so they can't interact with us because it'll mess things up. So they just kind of zoom about, keeping our interest perked so that we create the technology to be able to one day time travel. Anyway, that's just my wackadoo thought. Love you guys.
Yeah, you should turn that into a story, buddy. It sounds like a little novel.
Hey, JC and Posse. I done saw me a Bigfoot once. Back in '82 outside of Aspen. Offered me a slab of beef jerky. Now that I think about it, he was just a big guy. Hairy, unwashed. Glad I didn't take the jerky. Keep the upside down, y'all.
And that felt cryptic, and I can't figure it out. It felt like there was
jerky.
It felt like there's a secret message in there that I did not get.
I think the message was don't take the jerky.
Yeah, don't trust beef jerky from a stranger.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we actually had a little topic about a guy who would not eat at his company events. He has a strong policy against eating anything that coworkers bring in.
Really?
Yeah. He would not do it. So if he went to the Thanksgiving, what's it called?
The potluck?
Yeah, the potluck. He will not go.
Oh, somebody got X-laxed.
Because he won't. He said he says I can't. He goes, I know these people. I can't trust them when they keep their desk and it looks like a garage. How am I supposed to trust what their kitchen looks like? He goes, I see this guy picking his nose and doing all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to eat something this guy made? No, not a chance in hell.
Well, I bet he's popular.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand, but thank
God
we work with some good ass people. I mean, and I've never had a problem with anything anybody's brought here. I mean, your mom makes some of the best cookies I've ever had.
Sounds like someone's been getting a regular sneeze muffin.
Yeah.
And he's not happy about it.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow, we'll do What'd You Do That's New. Did you guys listen to it yet?
I did. I listened to it today.
How good is it?
It was memory lane.
Oh, really? It's good for you. Good. Have you heard it yet, Jack?
I've heard half the album. I'm going to listen to it start to finish tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm listening to it on the way home again just to reacclimate myself to it. I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah.
But I'll do that. And it's The Cult. Oh God, it's
Love.
Love. Yes, exactly. I was trying to. I always say the other one, which is not Firewoman. Oh God, I'll never be able to remember it now. But there's like 3 albums they had.
Yes.
They were just absolute smoke. Just so good. And then of course we'll have It's Only Money tomorrow as well. I don't think it's Scott tomorrow. I think we get Bratcher Brown tomorrow.
Does that start tomorrow?
I think it does. I'm not 100, but I think it does.
What a wonderful surprise.
Yeah. All right, 407. I love them too, buddy. 916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb, got some news?
Sure.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
President Trump is looking at suspending the federal gas tax. At least that's what he told reporters at the White House today.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce until let me tell you, as soon as this is over with Iran, as soon as it's over, you're going to see gasoline and oil drop like a rock.
AAA reports the national average price for a gallon of gas today is $4.52, up 7 cents from a week ago. Now suspending the tax that adds on about 18 cents per gallon of gas requires an act of Congress. Meanwhile, Florida lawmakers could temporarily suspend the state's 22-cent gas tax to help alleviate pain at the pump. They're expected to consider the proposal when they meet this month, actually tomorrow, for the special budget session. The current state average for a gallon of regular unleaded is $4.40, and that's according to AAA. And then finally, the story, Jimmy, I know, and you as well, Jack, you're the most excited to hear. Savannah Guthrie is going to host a new Wordle game show being produced by Jimmy Fallon.
It's funny, I saw the story today that she was doing something that's been in the works for a while, but did not mention what it was. So this is what
So Fallon discussed the development during an appearance on the Today Show today and said it was a no-brainer for Guthrie to be the host. I did not realize this, but Guthrie is a devoted Wordle player who called it a, quote, daily gaming obsession, end quote, for her. She'll begin filming this summer, and casting for the show is currently only open until May 29th. It comes after Guthrie renewed calls for help to find her missing mother, Nancy, who police believe was abducted from her southern Arizona home over 3 months ago.
It's just crazy that they haven't found her.
I know.
Just absolutely insane. I mean, how do you hold out hope that she's still alive with her medical conditions and no medication?
And then
How do you
add
do
on
that?
new projects?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, kudos to her, but you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah, Jack and I wordle every day. We have a group
I'm not sure you should say it like
we
that.
have a group of wordlers, and usually in the morning, we send it out. And I got one pretty quick the other day, and Jack is like, wow, that's a way to start off the day.
Second guess. That's huge.
And then I have to explain how, because I think Jack and I like the playing of the game is kind of interesting of how you come to the conclusion of how to choose which word. Sometimes it's just luck, and the other times, like Jack will explain how he gets there, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool way to look at it. Never thought about that.
So if I get it early, Jim is suspicious and thinks something's up. He got it early, didn't even occur to me, and then he started explaining. I'm like, no, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
No, but the thing is,
I believe you.
No, I wasn't even trying for that. I just wanted you. I love talking about it, like how you come to those conclusions. It's
it is
badass, dude. It's
Yeah.
the greatest.
It's a fun game.
It is a really fun game. And by the way, it's gonna be super easy for them to turn into a game show.
Do you pay for it?
No, I get it free from the.
Well, I know you can play Wordle every day for free, but they have other games there that, like in the paid version, you get to play other games, or you can do past Wordle archive games.
Yeah,
and stuff.
no. I just get the regular game that I get from the Times, and I play it. I know my daughter plays a couple of those other games they offer as well.
Yeah.
Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Emily, the movie girl, and Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. Just in case you missed Emily's movie review or Brandon Talking Sports, both of their podcasts have already been posted to The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Yeah, guys, thanks. Appreciate that very much. Jack, question of the day?
Speaking of our YouTube chat, that is where our question was posted. Who were you named after? Your choices were either a celebrity athlete president or a family member. So, someone in pop culture or someone in your family.
I think it's got to be pop culture. And I think that's probably, I'll say 41% say pop culture.
31% said pop culture.
Oh, wow.
Of celebrity, athlete, and president. 69% were family members.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Okay, very good, man. That's awesome.
Tradition lives on.
All right, let's get out of here. Got a big show coming up for you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate that very much. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
I don't think so.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Not too many traffic issues to report at this hour. Avalon Road southbound after 429.